to be alive. On this Thursday, Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside back-to-back days of Bucks gear for Bradley Nortman. I switched that up on y'all.
You did.
Kyle was ready to jump on the mic.
Sure was.
I mean, yeah, it's another day where Giannis is Milwaukee Bucks. So I gotta wear my Bucks stuff. And even after Giannis leaves, I'll still be a Bucks fan. I'll be a Giannis fan too, but I'll still be a Bucks fan. Just dark days may be ahead, but today is not one of those days. Today is not one of those days.
Kyle Wallace is to my right. What's going on? Kyle, you don't look like you work in a cubicle today.
What I
which is
look
good.
like? How I look today?
Just a little bit more stylish, to be
Handsome.
honest.
You look
Sure.
like you're
Yeah, you
going
do.
on
You
like
do. Yeah.
like you're trying to stay casual, like on a first coffee date.
Yep.
A coffee date, not like a white tablecloth.
He's got a turtleneck on. It's like, it's
Very
like,
handsome.
like in the city though.
Yeah,
like not
not in the slums.
no, like a nice coffee date. We're trying to get to know somebody.
Went to the barber yesterday, so I said, let me go ahead and clean up, look handsome today.
Look
for the
good.
camera.
Alex Strofe, ugly as ever.
Oh, no, he disappeared. Where'd he go?
I have no idea.
He just gets up and runs off.
I don't
hours
know.
of the
He
draft.
hosted the Tony, you producing?
Might as well.
Might as well, since Strofe took off on you guys.
Hey, how about this?
2 hours of.
I mean, honestly, this is a better person to talk to right now than Alex Strofe. Tony Cartagena, you are the producer of Thanalysis Show here at Good Karma Brands.
Yep.
How you feeling?
35, 40, 50, 100 pounds lighter. Yeah,
Sure.
The weight of the world is off your shoulders that Giannis Antetokounmpo is still a buck through the end of this season, no matter what?
yeah, I think it's just one of those things where when you do something locally, especially as something like we do with Analysis, with all the plans that we have in the immediate future, we don't have to pivot on a lot of those right now. Not to say that we won't have to in the
What are you
future,
doing at work? Go get a drink, man.
What do you think's in this coffee cup, Ben?
Hey.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. The trade deadline has come and gone, and many reports about an hour ago were sharing that Giannis Antetokounmpo was going to stay put with the Milwaukee Bucks, and he is here staying put in Milwaukee. We did an ESPN Wisconsin trade deadline special extravaganza. Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, myself. I know, Brad, you joined at the end there. Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear from, but I'll open it up to Kyle, who I have not heard from. I want to know your overall takeaways right now.
I mean, I feel good about the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks chose themselves over anything else. The biggest concern that a lot of us had was John Horst and not trusting him to make the deal that would benefit the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, we understand he's tried to be creative and do different things, which I applaud him for his effort, but sometimes it has not worked out, and specifically the last couple years, it hasn't worked out. So I was very concerned that the Milwaukee Bucks would bow to Giannis and say, we are going to trade him because he asked to be traded, when I feel that the Bucks' best offer and best time to trade him would be during the offseason where more teams may get into the fray. So I'm actually very excited to have Giannis still be here. And then also for those who are, not delusional but still hopeful like myself, maybe there's a 10% chance that the Bucks find a way to convince Giannis to stay. But in my mind, every day that Giannis is here makes me happy, because when Giannis is gone, I know this team never has a chance to win.
Yeah, when it comes to Giannis, you have a major asset in a superstar, right? A once-in-a-generation superstar. So the Bucks have just one opportunity to either decide fully, like, we are going to ride this out until the sunset and try to keep him here, or trade him. And if you trade him, it has to be for a king's ransom. My takeaway is they just didn't get what they needed. They did not get the king's ransom, and I don't blame them, because all like the discussions and the rumors of draft picks from Golden State or whoever
Young
else,
players
Tyler
and
Hero.
picks in Miami.
None of it excited me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't view any of them as lottery picks. So we know what John Horst does with picks in the 20s.
That's very true.
That does nothing for me. And all of these mid-level stars, if you can even call them that, doesn't really do anything for me. So if you're going to move Giannis, it has to be for something extremely special. They didn't get that. Kick the can down the road. Evaluate when hopefully more teams are interested come summertime.
Yeah, Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, UKB Nation, 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talking Text line. You're going to get your phone calls, your reaction. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Strove's running the show. Look, I think in the moment that the Bucks were in right now, it's a bad thing that you're able to point to specific teams, like in this shack of a world of reports coming out here and there. Like, think about when you're making a big decision. Do you make a really good decision when it's in a frantic nature?
Never.
And so there's a part of me in the beginning of this process that thought, when I saw the report that he was open, the Bucks were also open to fielding offers, and there was counter offers and whatnot. I was like, all right, well, the argument I have for that is you can trade Giannis and a team will get him for a year and a half, and then he's likely going to get traded to a team that he would extend with, and like the shelf life lives longer. But like, I think that half a season is overrated when it comes to fielding trade offers in the deadline. You know what I mean? I think when you go through this offseason, you're going to see the amount of players in the playoffs that think they're a Giannis away, and the amount of teams that you're in conversations with at the trade deadline, that exponentially goes up naturally with the ambitions of general managers and organizations around the league in the summer. Now, there's that 10% that Kyle talked about of winning him over. I find that really hard and again, there's just not enough rabbits to pull out of the hat anymore. When you stretch Dame and you don't have the assets to be able to build a championship team quick enough for Giannis, I think that's a hard ask. Do you give up on trying to keep Giannis? No. Is it likely that he will be a Buck? Probably not. That's just the reality of the situation. But the hard part is there's nothing you can do now to win him over, right? Like, The big decision now is I'm seeing Jamal Collier. We've heard from Brian Windhorst earlier today saying Giannis, should be shut down or is likely going to get shut down. Giannis wants to play, and he's saying all the right things in these articles. So there's so many moving pieces, but there's not a lot of actionable items that you can do until the summer rolls around. Like, John Horst can try and win Giannis over and give him a hug at practice and say, great to see you. But guess what Giannis is going to do? He's going to give him a hug back because he's a great guy and he appreciates the championship that he won in Milwaukee. And then he's going to turn around. He's going to look at the guys on the court and he's going to say, how am I going to win a championship?
Yeah.
Because his number one goal, and it pains me to say this because I don't want to see Giannis not be a Milwaukee Buck. But from a competitive nature standpoint, he can love Milwaukee. He can talk about his father being buried in Milwaukee. He can talk about his kids' passports having Milwaukee on there. That all is going to be true forever. But what's also true forever is his basketball legacy. And he's made it very clear that he wants a second championship. So anything that happens with the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis, you need to look at it through the lens of, will it give Giannis the best chance, not a chance, the best chance to win a championship? Because that's what it comes down to for his basketball legacy, and I understand why.
Yeah, I totally understand, and it should be. It should be his number one goal to win another championship. Your playing mortality is very short, right? I mean, Giannis is going to be an ex-NBA basketball player much longer than he's going to be a current NBA basketball player. So when I look
you're
at
already at the point where you're at the same amount of time out of the league than in the NFL.
I'm more time, actually. I'm more time out of the NFL than I've been in the NFL. So he's going to have a long time to marinate and dwell on what he did as an NBA player. And any short of seeking as many championships as possible would do a player of his caliber a disservice. It really would. So he should focus on winning championships. And he has a higher basketball IQ than us. And I look at this team and say, I don't know how they are going to win a championship. I don't know how they're going to convince Giannis to do that. And he sees it even more than what we do. So with a lack of picks, outside of maybe a lottery pick this upcoming year, cap strapped, a lot of guys on the team that you don't look at and say, oh, yeah, these are obvious championship pieces. I don't think anything's changed for Giannis or the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they just were able to take their time with it, make sure they get the exact right thing for it. But any scenario where Giannis is here next season, I just don't see it happening.
Let's go to Cooper in Madison. You're on the Carbless Talking text line with KBN. What do you got, Coop?
Hi.
What up?
Hello.
I'd like to eliminate any discussion at all about not playing Giannis because it would hurt their odds of getting a better lottery pick. First of all, we find that it doesn't, as long as you're in the lottery, you've got a chance of getting the number one pick. And so, to improve your odds, it doesn't matter. It doesn't guarantee that somebody who's picked third is going to have a better career than somebody who's picked number 7. So I think the lottery discussion can be eliminated.
I completely disagree with you, Cooper. The odds matter. Does the lottery have a way of working out differently year versus year versus year? Absolutely. But when you look at the top 3 players in the NBA draft, they're more ready, I'd say, than even Cooper Flagg was. As crazy as it is to say with how good he's been playing over the last league. Like, there are some legitimate guys that you look at this year and you say they can help a team. The difference is, think about this as well. From a keeping Giannis standpoint, from the 10% chance, the best lottery pick that you get, if Giannis is open to staying in Milwaukee, can be used to trade to bring somebody in to help keep Giannis. So it's multifaceted, where you want the best lottery pick for the future if you're going to move on from Giannis, and you want the best lottery pick if you're trying to convince him to stay as a Milwaukee Buck.
Yeah, not to mention Giannis's health, right? I mean, he has gone through a grind over the summertime of playing in the Olympics and FIBA, and then the way he plays is hard, so he hasn't really had a break all the way since last season into this season. A couple of nagging injuries. You want him to be healthy, whether he's a Milwaukee Buck or going forward. You want that pick to be as high as possible, whether Giannis is going to be here or not.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing is Giannis's health, and also the fact that you want that pick to be high. And if the Bucks are making a business decision, the business decision is to rest Giannis, because at this point now, Giannis isn't going to contribute to a championship roster. Look up and down this roster. They're not good. They're not a good enough roster. And so moving forward, honestly, if we want to have a real conversation, the Bucks organization, if you look at the next 3 to 5 years, yes, Giannis keeps you in the conversation, but if you can't build great talent around him, and we saw what it takes to win a championship, you have to have guys the caliber of a Drew Holiday, who is an all-star / an Olympic type player. Guys the caliber of Chris Middleton, who is an all-star and an Olympic type player. If you cannot bring in all-stars who are not on the back end like we did with Damian Lillard, then you're not doing the Bucks or Giannis a great service. You're doing him a disservice. And so when you build
yourself, I think the more important thing is yourself.
Again, in yourself is very important. So when you look at
being the Bucks,
when you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, and they have to be real with themselves. They can sit here and chase money with Giannis and say, well, he is the economic engine for the city. I get it. Or they can say, can we actually build a competitor around Giannis? Do we have the assets to be able to acquire people? Because you saw they pulled out every trick they could last year just to bring in Miles Turner, and that isn't working the way that they hoped it worked. So at this point, when do you say, you know what, it is probably in the best interest of this franchise, maybe not in 2026, 27 year, maybe not 27, 28, but then when we're talking 28, 29, 30, maybe it is in the best interest to get what we can for Giannis and then rebuild this organization so we can be good again come 2030 versus us sitting here being mediocre for the next 3 to 5 years.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. What I want to do is get to the calls. We'll get to your texts, and I want everyone to put their ownership general manager hat on, right? The trade deadline has come and gone. Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck. You're the general manager. What are you going to do next? Are you wooing Giannis? Are you moving hell and high water in the summer to try and create a roster that will convince him to stay? Or are you looking to move him for the most amount of assets possible because he's not going to win a championship here and he's not going to want to stay or sign a supermax? But again, I'm leading the witness there. You be the expert. You be the general manager. 800-990-3776. We hear from all of you next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle Bruston Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much softness in his heart for producers.
I lost the guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN show streaming on video.
By me, by the way, I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day you're home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Altoona Junior Grayson Becker. One game after joining the 1,000-point club, Becker delivered another eye-opening performance, pouring in 44 points in a win over Ellsworth. He finished the night 14 of 19 from the field and added 8 rebounds, continuing a stretch of play that has defined his standout season. Becker has been one of the most productive scorers in the state, averaging 26.3 points per game, along with 3.5 rebounds and 3.3 assists. With growing Division I and Division II interest, Becker continues to raise the bar as his junior season rolls on. Congratulations to Grayson Becker, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
40,000 people. Let that number sink in for a second. That's not a crowd, that's a small city. But they chose relief without surgery. 40,000 people who said stop before replacing their knee or hip. There has to be another way. And they found that at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Brad Nortman. It's those 40,000 patients who thought that they were out of options and surgery was the only answer. But today, they're moving better, hurting less, and getting their lives back thanks to QC Kinetics and their advanced regenerative treatments. The truth is, surgery isn't always the answer. QC Kinetics and Dr. Ashley Caravelli is right here in Milwaukee, using safe, natural treatments backed by real science. Treatments that activate your body's natural healing powers. Safe, natural, and non-surgical. And this is critical. The sooner you start, the faster the inflammation will ease. So it's important to get started now. 40,000 people can't be wrong. Before you say yes to surgery, call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. Call now at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, let's hit KBN Nation at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. You got Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofer on the show. Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck.
Yeah!
Yes, he is.
Giannis Antetokounmpo forever.
Yeah!
Antetokounmpo forever.
Ben in Sussex, you're up on KBN. Your reaction to Giannis being a Milwaukee Buck or anything else you have?
Hey, Paul. How you guys doing?
Good, you?
Good.
Good. I just have a question. I'm curious as to why they didn't trade Bobby Portis. Now, he leads. He's got a 45% 3-point percentage this year. I feel like we could have gotten somebody for him. You pair him with somebody else. Who knows what you get? Maybe you get somebody for the future. Whatever it is, I don't know. I'm just curious as to your reaction to that.
Yeah, Ben, I think it's a fair question. The way I look at this is at the end of this deadline, I was curious if they were going to do because the reports were when they were moving on from Giannis, they were looking at different trades, right? Mm-hmm. They were going to look at different trades at the end of the deadline. They made a very minimal one, an expiring contract, and it was Nigel Hayes-Davis that ends up as a Milwaukee Buck, former teammate of mine.
Hey,
now I was wondering while I was on the air with Strofe from 1 to 2 o'clock here on ESPN Wisconsin, if like Miles Turner and the Bobbies of the world would be moved for assets, because that would be telling, right? It'd be telling because they're basically saying we're unloading the roster right now for the unloading of Giannis. So for those holding out that 10% chance and the wooing Giannis to stay, they didn't just like throw away everything they had, right? You throw away everything you had, he's not waiting around for a rebuild of whatever picks they get for Miles Turner, which is an impossible contract to take on at this point right now, right? As an 11-year guy with what he was just signed for, like, I would have liked to have seen him moved for the Bucks' future if they're not going to win a championship, but
he'll be a future asset move when the Bucks are competing for championships, trying to compete for championships 3-4 years from now.
All right, optimistic Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, 3 years.
I'm with you, Ben. Like, I guess Bobby Portis, if you were going to trade him, you should have traded him 3 years ago at his highest value. And so now they're holding on to an asset, which again, I'm confused by this one because if they're not going to win now, I don't think Bobby is a integral piece of a championship team like he was in 2021.
On the door for Bobby or offered us.
But at that point, the Bucks should have. It doesn't matter if others were knocking; they should have been knocking about the shift of pivot when they weren't going to move.
Well, they
Giannis.
haven't given up hope in Giannis. So
I think that's
what I'm saying.
I don't think
by not moving,
a route yet.
By not moving, I think they're kind of telling we need a reset on our plan. Because we're not going to make these decisions in 2 hours after we decided that we were going to maybe move Giannis, look at counter offers, and we didn't see what we wanted. And so they probably didn't want to rush in decision making because they need to figure out their next plan. Because as an organization, it's in between two things. It's woo Giannis over, which I think will be impossible with their assets that they have, or figure out how this turnover happens and what the Bucks' future looks like moving forward. Let's go to Con in Milwaukee. You are on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Howdy.
Hey.
So my opinion on this is I'm happy that Giannis stayed and decided to stay. Me personally, as so-called general manager mode, I would get rid of John Horst and Doc Rivers at the same time and just start from scratch in the summer and make some big moves and tell Jimmy Haslam to shut his mouth and not get involved.
You're a good owner.
This is Khan?
Hakan.
Me and you are right aligned.
Yeah.
Get rid of Horst. Get rid of Doc.
And Jimmy, give us your money and shut up.
Exactly. Jimmy, you're just an angel investor. I don't want to see you. Just give me your money.
We'll give you a monthly email update.
Yeah, basically, but you get no say. Just stay where you are.
Because those guys, Doc and Horst, they're replaceable, right? Giannis, not replaceable. You try to do your best to, fill the cupboard, but he's really not replaceable. So if that would allow Giannis to say, okay, I'll sign the Supermax with a new coach, a new GM, an owner that's not involved, maybe you're talking about something. I still think
an owner that said we're going to do right by Giannis and the Bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Two separate entities.
John in Fox Point, you're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line with Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Fire away.
So I got, I'm all for keeping Giannis and trying to make a run with him next year, especially if we can get a lottery pick. But I think it's time that Giannis, the team tells Giannis that he's got to put some skin in the game too. I'm getting tired of him playing with he's always been like demanding, I want this coach or I want this free agent or whatever. I think the Bucks need to demand that Giannis stop playing with the Greek national team every year. He's getting older. He's more injury prone. He's extending his season by doing that. And I think if he's serious about winning in Milwaukee, he's got to stop playing in Europe.
If you said that to Giannis Antetokounmpo, he would have been gone at 2:00 today.
I think what we have to understand, what Mr. Fox Point said, I think is legit.
Totally.
I think that is
do agree
legitimate
with
ass.
him.
But understand
because
that
adding more miles to the way he plays with his body and the injuries that we've been seeing in the playoffs, the injuries we've been seeing this year, 3 calf injuries in a row.
Giannis ain't the same 18-year-old no more. He's grown an ego. He has some stubbornness about him. And he loves Greece more than I think almost anything else in his life. So telling Giannis that, though it's logical to us, it ain't happening.
Well, and the same desire that makes him want to play for Greece is the same desire that's kept him in Milwaukee this long time. Right? There's a level of loyalty and there's a level of I will grow with you. I will not forsake you kind of thing. And that's kept him in Milwaukee, but it's also kept him in playing for the Greek national team.
It's hard to tell a top 3 play in the world not to represent their country in one of the most prideful events that happens every 4 years or world championships or whatever. Like, it's in his DNA. And again, if he was, I don't know, like a 3rd or 4th piece, I think you could do that. I think if you had that conversation, you would have just said goodbye to Giannis if you did that. I understand. Again, as we said, we understand the point. Yes, Strofe.
Giannis Antetokounmpo on Instagram posts this video from the Wolf of Wall Street, and yes, it's clean. Don't worry.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. That's what I like to hear. Yeah.
With the caption,
for now,
which I think you'll find interesting, below that video, legends don't chase, they attract 100 emoji.
Hey!
Wow.
That boy is a roller coaster.
Dude, this is an emotional ride.
Raging bull. That 10%. That 10% just went up to 45.
Yeah, he's Aaron Rodgers, man. He's Rodgers.
He's not even coming from a bad place. He don't know what he wants. He don't know what he's just a pendulum. Now that he's knows he's not being traded.
He's flip-flopping.
I told y'all, as a flip-flopper, I know a flip-flopper when I hear one. And let me tell you, Giannis all of a week ago, or really it was MLK Day where he was talking about I take it day by day.
Day by day.
Day by day. Day by day.
Well, now he know he's staying in Milwaukee. He said, well, heck, I'm trying to build.
2 days ago or yesterday it was in the article, I don't want to be a part of a team that's fighting to make the playoffs. Well, you're on one, bud.
Well, he said, I'm in the fight now. He can't wait till that calf is ready.
What do you make of that caption?
He's not.
This goes to what I was waiting for in the last 20 minutes of the deadline to see what the Bucks did, and by staying put, they're saying Miles Turner is a piece or Bobby Portis is a piece, and we're not giving up on our pieces because if we're not moving Giannis, we're not going to leverage what we have now just for draft picks and guys that aren't going to help us win, because you're not going to get those type of guys with those type of players with their contracts and where they're at in their career. So that, to me, again, was telling of what the Bucks are sending a message by not moving him, by saying, all right, we may not be able to do anything the rest of the year. Maybe we still sit him because we're not very good and we don't want him to get hurt and we're not going to win a championship. See how the offseason plays out.
I mean, that is a thrilling scene and a thrilling video for Giannis to talk about. I just wonder, they don't chase, they attract. So is he going to get out there and start recruiting guys? Because he's always been like, I'm not the team up guy. I don't team up with people.
And that was part of the conversations of in this last month was Giannis doesn't want to go to a team that makes it feel like it's Kevin Durant-ish.
Yeah, where it's like he's just like bolting on. I think he wants to be part of the DNA of it. I also wonder though, like what exactly can this team attract? Like I don't know. They still have no assets. They have really no players that I feel like are championship caliber right now. You have to take a couple of guys and say, well, they have to take a huge step to be able to be championship caliber. It's thrilling that 10% maybe moves to 15, but it's a strange
15?
It's a strange video.
Do y'all know what 100 means? 100 means I'm standing 10 toes down. 100. Listen, legends attract people.
For 12 months, he has, maybe less than that, 9 months, he has been cryptically nudging the ball toward, I want to get traded, I want to be elsewhere. Very cryptically.
Well, he didn't get traded, Brad.
But so why not post nothing?
Because guess what the fan base is doing right now?
Why?
Eating it up.
Hello.
They're eating it up.
Hello.
Look at this.
Hello. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again. This is
But
what
it's going to be worse,
this
though.
is
He's
what
toying with you.
Giannis
He'll
did
make it
share.
worse come
I don't
summer.
care. He gave me hope. Dirty D, listen up.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not.
I'm not leaving.
Have you guys seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
All right. Dr. Denver Dan chimes in. By the way, if you know the movie, staying was a terrible idea and ultimately got him arrested.
Good point.
That is a great drop in.
Is Giannis that deep where he played this just to play with us? We're like, y'all better look deeper.
But you know, like the
Very well,
stages
Dr.
of
Denver
grief.
Dan.
I feel like we were all in acceptance phase, and yet by Giannis just posting that video, everybody resets. Everyone's right back to denial.
I'm not.
Kyle is.
They don't have anything they can do to get Giannis.
Giannis is looking ahead. He says, I'm going to play, first and foremost.
Don't play, Giannis.
Don't
play.
He also said, you know what?
How does it help them get more pieces?
That's for John Horst to figure out.
Okay.
He's committed.
So logically, it doesn't make sense, but you're just like, Giannis said.
Listen, he's taking it day by day, and come, May, he's probably going to sit across the table from John Horst and say, here's a pink slip. Either you take this and leave or trade me.
Oh, wow.
John Horst just got an extension, so
that don't matter.
What does that mean?
Jimmy's got money.
Jimmy got money. What John Horst, little $20 million, what was it? $10, $15 million?
Don't know.
Jimmy got that.
Pocket change.
Yeah, it's pocket change for
That's
Jimmy.
a rounding
I
error.
see you on the Carveless Talking text line 800-990-3776. We will continue to take your calls, get your reaction to Giannis Antetokounmpo saying, I'm not leaving on Instagram. Wolf of Wall Street style. And get your reaction next.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Love you.
What?
Love you.
Love you too.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing. A chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf and Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf and Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf and Associates.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a Milwaukee Buck, not moved at the deadline. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin reacting with you. You can get us on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776, where less is more. Of course, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. And if you need to catch us anytime, anywhere, that's the ESPN Wisconsin app at the palm of your hand for you. Alex Strofe interrupted the show for the first time with a good reason, and it was to update us on an Instagram story from Giannis Antetokounmpo, a post. Oh my, I can't wait for those comments. Can you refresh the memories of everybody? Yeah, that's different.
He posted this video.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
With the caption, "Legends don't chase, they attract."
Now, as somebody brought up in the YouTube, it's a no-name person who always chimes in every day. Why not put this out before the deadline then?
It's a great point.
Because now he knows he's not leaving.
I know,
but if he didn't want to leave ever.
But he has the ability.
He told you he didn't want to leave Milwaukee.
It doesn't matter.
And
then
day by day.
But no, the last thing you heard from him when he spoke with Jim, what's Jim's last name from the Journal Sentinel?
Wazowski.
When they talked to Jim from the Journal Sentinel, and he talked
to He's not Monsters, Inc. His last name's Ozarski.
Ozarski. Jim
Same
Ozarski.
thing.
Ozarski? It's I don't
Journal
know.
Sentinel article.
Yeah, I did the Journal Sentinel article, and then Eric Name from The Athletic. When he spoke to both of them.
Just say The Athletic because we know how to say Eric's name.
He made it very clear that he loves the city of Milwaukee and he wants to be in Milwaukee, but he also wants to compete for championships. That's what it's about. So he never once said, I want to leave Milwaukee. He says, I just want to be on a contender. Now it's up to Milwaukee to turn themselves into a contender.
Also, this also says, hey, management, figure it out.
Yeah, it applies a lot of pressure.
Christian and Madison, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line. Thanks for holding. You're with KBN.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. First-time caller. I was being at that game when the Bucks beat the Detroit Pistons without Giannis, when Giannis got hurt. And they beat the number one seed currently. I'm thinking, I was watching these clips on social media when Giannis don't even pay attention to the coach. What do you guys think with a new coach that this team can be any better? I'm not saying they can be a championship, but my thought is that with a better, maybe young head coach, that this team can be at least somewhere competitive in this, like top 5 teams.
Hell yeah, Christian, they need a new head coach. Doc is collecting a check and isn't coaching this team for damn.
No, can we send out a Twitter poll, or X poll, whatever you want to call it, and tag the Milwaukee Bucks and say, do you want the Bucks, now that Giannis is staying with the Bucks, do you want Doc Rivers fired? Just so they can see it. So let the fans speak. Let the fans make a decision on Doc.
You want our brand to tag a partner of ours in this company.
We trying to help. We trying to do what's best. We
Put
want them to
Kyle
Unsolicited
Wallace wants to do this poll.
What I want to figure out is I want the Bucks organization.
Make sure you do that, Stro.
Because clearly, let's be honest, the Bucks didn't know what they wanted to do. They know they didn't want to get rid of
still don't
Giannis, but
think
they opened their hearts up to him. And so let's just see what the fans say. Because if the fans, not saying we don't like Doc Rivers, we just don't think he's a good coach. And so maybe they should listen to the fans because obviously they're going back and forth.
Why you put the pre-qualifier? Not they don't. Who cares if you like him or don't like him? He stinks.
Yeah,
out loud. He's collected a check. It's basically Social Security at this point.
Matter of fact, what I want us to do is get that video that Ben just said. He stinks. He's basically collecting a Social Security check. Add a poll to that one about firing him and tag the Bucks.
I'm fine with that. They know it too. They're not putting Jimmy's just continuing to pay
then why
the check.
not fire him?
Dude, I don't know. The whole thing was weird. When he took the job, he didn't even want it anyway, and he's still here somehow.
I'm telling you, the Bucks don't know what they don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they want.
Well, they know what they want. They want to win. They want to build a team around Giannis. It's just they're finding it hard to do it. You know what?
But they don't know how to do that.
Well, they don't have the opportunity to do that because they've stretched themselves so far.
I think that Doc is a good
no pun
choice
intended
to coach this team.
And the problem that the Bucks have is that when they built themselves up to being great. And now what they're trying to do is they're trying to buy being great. They're trying to trade to being great. When you have the core pieces of a guy like a Chris Middleton, a core piece of a guy like a Giannis, a core piece of like a guy, Pat Connaughton, these were guys that you kind of brought in and you built them all up together, and then you added a piece like a Drew Holiday. You signed a Brook Lopez, and when you got Brook, it wasn't like an instant championship piece. It was all towards building towards something. And you brought in a Bobby Portis to be a last final piece and a PJ Tucker. You brought in these other guys after you developed the team up. The Bucks have not tried developing a team since they won the championship. They've taken shots at it year after year after year. And what you're seeing is either you got to get superstars to go with Giannis or you need to develop something. The Bucks are at a crossroads. How do we develop into a champion instead of trying to buy a championship? You ain't LA, you Milwaukee.
Will and Franklin, you're on the Carbless Talking text line with KBN. Will going once. Will going twice.
Sorry about that. Hey.
Wow. Right before the soul.
At the buzzer.
That's like in wrestling where they lift that.
I got out of it.
Kyle, you need to really just lay off of Giannis, number one.
What did I say?
You need to take a step back. Because it's all about, he's getting old. He's past his prime. We don't care anymore.
Ooh.
Do you realize that Tim Duncan won NBA Finals at 38 on the same team he grew up with?
Kill him,
what
Will.
about Al Horford, who was really having a great end of his career? Nothing but successful, really, if
He's
you look
still
at
in
it.
the NBA.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying that we should get rid of Giannis because we're not going to be able to get those primetime years. The primetime window has shifted in the NBA. If you really look at it statistically, I mean,
what are those
obviously we got LeBron. Just in terms of the shift of guys who play between the ages of, you go back probably about a decade ago, usually like the drop off where you really saw that steep decline in terms of minutes played, points per game, rebounds, blocks, all the stats. It usually dropped off around 31.
Kyle, all the stats.
Kyle, back off. Back off.
Well, first and foremost,
back off.
I love Giannis.
Kyle, Giannis can be Al Horford, dude. Back off.
Yeah, but the Spurs had other great players.
Great players.
Hall of Fame type players around Tim Duncan at that time. Ryan Rollins ain't going into the NBA Hall of Fame.
You mean Ryan Rollins isn't Tony Parker?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? I thought Ryan Rollins could be Kawhi.
Yeah, I'm just,
KPJ's not Manu Ginobili?
I would say Giannis's game is a lot different than Tim Duncan's and Al Horford's.
Yeah, and as we talked about yesterday.
Al's basically just running around, standing on the wing and corner hitting threes.
You're using running rather lightly.
I said standing around.
When is the last time Al's been a number one guy for a team?
Has he ever?
Well, down in Atlanta, he might have.
Budenholzer era.
Was the coach. And Booty been gone from a while from the Bucks now. So
back off, Kyle.
I'll back. I support.
Back off, I said.
Touche. All right, got it.
Way to own him, Will. 800-990-3776.
Y'all just gonna stand there
This
with
is-
Will just-
but
Will
he
just
has
trying-
he has
Step back.
statistics.
Kyle, step back.
Y'all just gonna let Will attack me like
Hell
that?
yeah.
With them,
Hell yeah, we
with them false narratives.
He called
What
it.
false narrative? I didn't hear a false
He
narrative.
said Tim Duncan at 38. Okay, all right. You got
Kawhi
one
Leonard
example.
had one of the greatest finals ever, but hey, it's fine.
I mean, if the Bucks had all these other great players around him, I would back off, but they don't, and they're not coming. Who is Miles Turner?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Giannis, he can still be a 1 on a championship team for probably 4 years. After that, he could probably be a 2. But I don't see any 1s, 2s, or 3s on this roster, and I don't see any coming.
Yeah, we need Miles Turner to be great, and I don't think he's gonna be great to that level that we need him to be.
And to your point, the team that did win a championship, that was years in the making. And so, under the same, like the Bucks are basically starting from scrap, with the exception of Giannis. So it's going to take years again, and I just wonder what will Giannis be like when those years are over.
Why don't you tell us how you're going to relax tonight?
Oh, it's been a long day. It's been a long week, guys.
A long day? What?
Long day. Giannis, emotions, up and down, roller coaster.
Bro, you're probably drinking coffee, eating oatmeal at 9 o'clock.
I know exactly what is waiting for me when I get home at the Nortman Estate. That's indeed a nice cold carbless. Carbless is everything I'm looking for when it comes to a ready-to-drink cocktail. That's why it's my only go-to. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten, 100 calories, and the perfect amount of carbonation, not enough to upset your stomach, but the perfect amount to quench that thirst. It is something that must be tasted to be understood. And not only that, the flavors. The flavors are absolutely off the hook. Lexi was just at Costco. She picked up the margarita pack. I love the margarita variety pack. I've already picked up the blood orange at the supermarket, the 4-pack, backed by popular demand. Carbless listens, and they deliver when it comes to all the beautiful, wonderful, delicious flavors that they have. Especially with this upcoming weekend with the big game. Stock your cooler, stock your fridge with a Carbless. It'll elevate the big game this Sunday. Less is more with Carbless.
Time to play one of our favorite games. A nice little mental break as we dive back into Giannis at the...
Can it be how many Hall of Famers was on that 2014 roster when Tim Duncan was 38 years old?
No, it's up to Alex Strofe to choose the category. It's over-under on a Thursday, 800-990-3776. Caller 12. You're going to give a over or under based off Alex Strofe's line that he has of how many we're going to get right based off his calculations, based off the topic he provides to you. So you get a topic from Strofe. You choose over or under if you believe in us or not. 800-990-3776. Caller 12, you get to pick. Caller 15, you're stuck on the other side. Someone's winning either way. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Caller 12, caller 15. Over under, then more Giannis. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I legitimately understand sugar.
Is it good, Brad?
It's unbelievable. It's so good. I'm changed. Not for the better.
Come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
There's no guarantee that Giannis can win a title somewhere else. What he is probably struggling with right now is it more likely to win another title here with the franchise I love, or go out and see what else is out there.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
We need to optimize the PID controller for smoother robotic movements.
Our data analysis shows a significant correlation between the variables in both control groups.
The test shows you've experienced an acute myocardial infarction.
As you'll see on the syllabus, this course will largely focus on the Mesozoic era.
Get your child the access every child deserves. Enroll your K through 8th grade child by February 28 at Milwaukee College Prep, mkeprep.com/enroll.
If you're trying to get through your daily activities and you're noticing you can't because you're focusing more on your pain than being able to enjoy the moment, those are the patients that we're looking to treat. because we can make a difference.
That's Dr. Ashley Caravelli, a medical director for QC Kinetics.
What we're doing at QC Kinetics is offering treatments that help with joint preservation. We use cutting-edge technology in our in-house lab to harness your body's natural healing powers and target the areas where you need them the most.
These are regenerative, non-surgical treatments, and QC Kinetics is the nation's leader, delivering lasting relief to tens of thousands of patients.
What we do know is that the sooner we start treatment, the sooner you'll see relief.
So don't wait another minute. See if you're a good candidate for these non-surgical treatments for joint pain. The consultation is completely free.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previent Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, Kyle Walsh, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroford in the show. Time now for one of our favorite games, and we get back to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who knows what the topic is here in Over Under? I envy it. I just could never date you or like be
Do you think
around
he wakes
you.
up this way? I feel
Totally.
I feel like he gets up, he's a little groggy, but then once he showers and gets going and
Oh, I
walks
sing
up
in the shower every day.
He doesn't need.
You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I put on a full-blown concert. That's how I start my day.
Do you play music behind you, or is it a cappella?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I've got like Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on in the background, and Jen Ladd is talking about Giannis, and I'm just singing away to like Dua Lipa, you know?
Wow.
Kinda depends
You
on the
love
day.
Dua Lipa a little bit too much.
Yeah, I
Kinda
shouldn't
like
be listening to her in the shower. Next,
It's one of my favorite artists. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, you guys
okay.
don't
Artist,
have sorry, you guys don't have a favorite artist. All right, this might be the over/under I'm the most excited for in the history of the show, and I'm not kidding because it's so random.
Until next Thursday, we'll do the same thing.
I almost want a final answer before I give the topic. So I want you to decide who's.
No, that's not the rules. That's not how we've done this.
There are no rules. I make the rules.
No, ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Power trip.
Give us a category. Give us the over/under. Give us the callers. Let's go.
All right, caller 12, Samantha in South Milwaukee. Believe her on the over.
All right, let's do it for Samantha.
Dan and Waupun on the under, not by choice.
Prisons.
I'm looking for the 10 countries with the best odds to win the most medals at the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Ooh.
I've got the over/under at 7.5.
Why
What?
so high?
7.5 is pretty high. But Winter Olympics, we can do this.
You could do this. Who's our final answer?
Brad, Mr. Confident.
I'll take it.
All right, here we go. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
The USA, the greatest
final.
country in the world.
They're number 2.
Canada final.
Wait a minute.
Canada's number 4.
How about
Sweden?
China?
China, Sweden, Russia.
Great Britain's probably in there.
Do
Norway,
Russia.
I feel like.
Russia final.
Whoa. Are they banned? Are they banned from competing? That you need to figure that out.
I don't know how many.
Because if they're banned from competing, that doesn't count.
I don't know about China either, though. Like, China's not known for its Winter Olympics.
Yeah, they got a lot of people, though.
Yeah.
There's
Russia is banned from the Olympics.
So that does not count. That
you,
does not
you
count.
said final answer.
We don't have time to waste.
Switzerland.
We get an extra one.
Switzerland's on there.
Norway always does good, right?
Norway.
Did we say Great Britain?
Finland.
Great Britain, France.
Oh, France, good one.
I don't know if Italy is good. I mean, it's there. You want to do Great Britain final answer? They usually always compete.
2 minutes.
Okay.
I like Norway, Switzerland. I like those more before I like.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Norway final.
Norway is number 1.
Yeah.
What about Sweden?
The Swedes are pretty good at these.
Yeah,
winter
Sweden
sports.
final.
Sweden's number 9.
Well, then I think
So we
You're so small.
You feel them over Great Britain?
But there's Alps and whatnot.
England or whatever.
Sound reasoning.
We're probably going to have to do both of them. So
All right, go ahead.
we'll do Great Britain final.
What?
Dang it, Kyle.
That's crazy.
That's 2 incorrect answers
No,
by Kyle.
Russia does not count. I'm not taking it.
Switzerland final.
Switzerland is correct. They're number 5. You've got 4 of the top 5 missing. Number 3.
So we have Finland, France.
We did say Finland?
Germany? No, these are all-
Germany's a good one.
1 minute.
Germany final.
That rounds out the top 5. They're number 3.
So how many we got?
So we've got
6.
6.
Two incorrect answers. So you have 2 answers left, and you need them both.
Finland, France, China.
I feel like China's good at everything.
I don't remember seeing many Chinese people in like the downhill.
They do the ski. Don't they do the?
I don't like China.
I don't like
they
China.
do the speed skating. They do the figure skating as well.
The figure skating.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do China final.
30
China's
seconds.
right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, we got Finland and France.
You got 1 guess left.
That's garbage.
Need 1 right.
That's garbage. I don't believe in what he's saying. This is going to be controversial because Russia's banned, and that should have been something that should have been told to us that we picked a banned country.
I don't think there's any others I can think of.
I do think France is good. Italy, I don't feel like they do well in.
I don't think Italy.
So France or Finland?
Yeah, that's where I'm.
They're probably both on
10,
the list.
9,
I would go.
8,
Raise your hand if it's Finland.
7,
Brad, you're the final
6,
answer. Just
raise your hand
5,
if it's France.
4,
Ben.
3, 2,
France.
1.
Yeah! I heard the ding, ding, ding. We got it off.
Yeah!
Good job, boys. Good job. This is a fun one.
France is 10th. You got it.
Yeah.
You missed number 6. I told you that was fun.
That was fun.
You cheated.
No,
Dude, you should have told us Russia was banned. That's messed up.
I don't have a run.
We won for Samantha. Let it go.
Should I have told you that North Korea's banned too?
That's different. And North Korea's probably not banned, are they?
And even if they were, they wouldn't win.
Is Finland on the list?
Finland is not on the list.
Really? Good job, boys.
You went with the right answer. You mentioned one of the other countries. It's the host country. Italy is number 6.
Oh, Italy.
And then the Netherlands, which I felt like.
We should have got that.
The Dutch.
We should have got that one. That was fun.
I'm still mad.
When does that start?
It starts soon. Yeah, I think it.
After like
It already has, but the opening ceremony is tomorrow.
Oh
wow!
Soon.
Wow.
Electric over-under win here on Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Congrats to Samantha, who believed in us, and we delivered for her.
That was
Lindsey
awesome.
Vaughn is going to compete on a torn ACL.
Isn't that awesome?
That's insane.
They need to take her out. She can kill herself.
Kill herself? She's going to lose for America.
Which is more important?
She's 41, tore her ACL like last week, and she thinks she's going to compete.
I don't know how
on
you
some
do that.
skis.
On some skis.
Where she going to jump?
It's all, isn't it?
Like, how is she going to hurt knee?
I don't think she does the jumps. I think she's more of like the downhill fast. That's what I'm saying I'm nervous about, is it gives out and
skis. Her knee's going to go right. Her body's going to go left.
Don't put that on her, Kyle.
Well, it already happened. That's why she got in this predicament. I understand, girl. She's trying to do it at 41, but it's over. It's not in the cards. Go be with Tiger.
We're back in 2 minutes.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while
It's
you're out
over,
here
girl.
showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day you're home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products pricing and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Giannis Antetokounmpo remains a Milwaukee Buck post-trade deadline. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Big over-under win there. Looking for the predicted top 10 countries in medaling, which led to Kyle bringing up Lindsey Vonn.
Don't put that on her, Kyle.
What? It already happened. That's why she got in this predicament. I understand, girl. She's trying to do it at 41, but it's over. It's not in the cards.
Where's the go hang with Tiger? You left that one out?
I felt like that was a little too personal.
All right, so we'll get back to Giannis in a second, but this text is too good. On the Cardinals Talking text line, Derwin chimes in. I tore both my ACLs in my 20s. I played top-level soccer and touch football, basketball, baseball. Cool. I never had them repaired. Your leg just compensates for it.
Bro, she tore it 10 days ago.
She's competing in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't know what high level you were in, but it wasn't the Olympics, Derwin.
and notoriously, I mean, you're operating on the angles, right? I mean, it's
you don't need to explain. Like, this is crazy.
She crashed with a good ACL, and this ain't her first time. Like, she has torn her ACL previously before. I don't know if it's the same leg or not, but she's great, but she's damaged goods.
Hang it up.
Yeah,
damaged goods.
I like Lizzie Vonn. She's an American hero.
If she doesn't medal, will you celebrate her efforts?
No, she's wasting a spot of a healthy body that probably could do well.
Some would say selfish.
I would say she would not be nominated for a Carmi for being unselfish.
We'll have to relive that another day. Well, I want to hear from our GMs now. You get one direction. You can't play both sides here.
She ruptured her
ACL. I know, Kyle.
Ruptured.
Giannis is a Buck. Your ownership. You're John Horst. You have to decide what the best course of action is for the franchise and what you're going to do about it now until the start of next season.
I mean, the first thing I'm doing is I'm having a sit-down conversation with Giannis, and I'm not talking about John Horst. I'm the owner of the Bucks. So I'm sitting down with Giannis. I'm saying, hey, Giannis, listen. We want to build this.
Giannis, listen up.
We've listened to you a lot, and you've gotten it wrong a couple times with some of the decisions, but we want to make a last-ditch effort to keep you. What is it that you want to see
that
change?
sounds so desperate. You can't do that as an owner.
Fine. Listen,
we want to make a last-ditch effort? You might as well get on your knees and beg.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen the Deer District? You think this Deer District
but you want him to respect you as an owner.
Respect my ass. I want him to continue to build up this
You said, hey, Giannis, listen up, and then you said...
I want to make a last-ditch effort. I understand.
Last-ditch is a criminal way to say it.
You need to work on your PR skills.
Y'all need some humble pie. That's what you need, because people love when you say, hey, listen, I understand. I'm stripped down here, Giannis. I'm just coming down to you, and I'm asking
Giannis
you...
is requesting for the trade right then and there.
What is it that you need from us to ensure that you stay with the Bucks? Do you need us to get rid of Doc?
Bum-ass squad?
Well, okay, cool. We're going to get rid of this bum-ass squad, but guess what, Giannis? You got to get rid of this. You want us to get rid of this bum-ass coach? Want us to get rid of this bum-ass GM? We'll do it. Whatever you need us to do, Giannis, to give us an opportunity to rebuild this organization. That's what I would do. I would literally go above John Horst, go above Doc Rivers, and say, Giannis,
so you're saying the best course of action is to try and build around the team and not to move past Giannis?
Build around the team.
Or build around Giannis and create a better team for him.
The best thing is say, Giannis, you messed up in the past making decisions for us, but I'm going to give you one last chance.
You think it's best for the Bucks and Giannis? You're trying to convince someone to win a second championship, and that is your pitch.
Yeah, my pitch is, Giannis, what do you
I would say you're out of your damn mind. There's no way your plan is going to win me a second
championship. Him for a plan?
I would, if Giannis said no, if he aired out what I said, my plan, and going to him and say, Giannis, who do you want us to get rid of? What is it that who do you believe is not good for the culture? And if he said, these people,
but you started this by saying you've been making a lot of decisions, and now you're asking for more decisions. You're confusing me.
No, I'm going to give him one last chance to figure this out for me. But if he aired me out and came out in public, said I said all this stuff, I would Dan Gilbert him.
So you're saying
Bucks aren't Dan Gilbert.
Whatever you need. What if Giannis says, I need to? And I have no idea.
Brad, his is crazy.
No, it's not.
Just give me your
Giannis
plan.
Everything he wants. What do you want?
I'll say Giannis. Again, we had some good times.
Okay, I was gonna say we all don't have to do this in the we're keeping you thing.
Nope. We had some good times. We had a championship. We'll always have that together. You're heading in this direction. We're heading in this direction. You know our team stinks. We have maybe the worst roster in the NBA if you remove you from it. Shows in how poorly we're playing. You deserve
2 in a row.
Huh?
2 in a row.
2 in a row. Congratulations. You deserve to be on a championship roster. And we need to recover. And we can't give you what you want. So we're going to trade you. Come this summer. We're going to see how things play out when it comes to the lottery, because maybe we can scoop up a lottery pick. But we will send you to a team because it's too late now. Maybe you could have some more say if you traded them now. But we're going to work with you to try to get you to a destination that you are good with, that you like, that you think you can compete with, but we're going to take them for everything we possibly can. For their long term. For your short term, it's going to look pretty good. I think you're going to have a chance to compete. But for their long term, we're going to take them for everything they got.
I like that ending.
Why do you even why do you got to have that conversation?
He sounds like Jimmy Haslam, though. We're going to do right by you, and we're going to do right by the Bucks.
Well, because anything else is being disingenuous. For us to say, you know what, we want to get you a second ring here. Come on, we're not being real.
That's why
it's not. It's fabricated.
That's why I didn't know why you guys in this exercise, and if you at KBN Nation 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line want to be a GM and tell us what you would do. I don't know why you guys are starting with conversations with Giannis. Unfortunately, I'm at the point now where I it's very clear. I know he posted on Instagram, I'm not leaving. Whatever, sure, you could have said that before the deadline, making it clear you didn't want to be moved, and you wouldn't have been moved because you have that much power. So I'm not taking too much into that. I think it's a really good PR move by Giannis to put the pressure on the front office to do things, because if they don't do enough, then he's leaving, which he's likely going to leave anyway. So I'm not even fielding a true conversation. It's just I'm just calling around the league, and I'm trying to get the most for my franchise at this point, because at no point could anyone in their right mind, other than maybe people in the building because it's their job. I'm saying if I'm the GM, you look at the coach, you look at the GM, you look at the organization. They're not set up to win a second championship. And Giannis's goal on the basketball court. There are two different entities when it comes to Giannis. There is the life, the family, and the love for the Milwaukee Bucks and for the state of Wisconsin and his home. But for his legacy, he wants to win a second championship. He doesn't have time to wait for the Bucks to have more money, more assets to build around that. It's done. The hope of Giannis winning another championship with the Milwaukee Bucks is done. And like saying that out loud doesn't make me a crazy person. It's called reality.
And here's the thing, Pat. The only way I would do it is with your way is if you put the Supermax in front of him and say, this will lock you into the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. If you sign this, we can do whatever you want. We can do whatever you want. But if you're not signing this right now, right now, middle of June, whenever if you don't sign this right now.
It's October, I believe.
But you can offer it to him now, can't you?
I think you can offer it to him over the summer, I believe. If that's the case, I put a Supermax in front of him. And I say, you sign this and you become a Buck for life, we'll do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. But if you don't sign this right now, we have to move on. Because here's why. You can't try to placate him, and then you get into the season and you're struggling, and he says, I want out of here. I need to be traded. And you get significantly less. We go. You get significantly less then, or even worse, he goes to free agency and you get absolutely nothing. He needs to sign a Supermax this summer, and then you say, anything you want, you are a Buck for life. We'll make it happen. If he doesn't do that, then you have to move on. Because you cannot, the nuclear option is you get absolutely nothing for him. And you have to avoid that at all costs.
All costs. Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Big Ed in Madtown. You're up with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hello, gentlemen. Hey, the thing about Lindsey Vonn, she's got money on the hook for sponsors. That's probably why she's out there. And they probably want her out there just for the namesake. So that's kind of like my short take on that. Are you
laughing? Because our show on the day of the NBA trade deadline
got on Lindsey Vonn.
has been abducted.
Hey, I'm just chiming in with what you guys were talking about.
You did nothing wrong, Big Ed.
Big Ed, listen to me.
That's un-American.
That's been the best call.
Big Ed has been the president of the Alex Stroh fan club for years. All right, I love Big Ed. But
he might demote me now. I might be vice president or secretary.
Kyle.
Okay.
Well, really quick before you go into it, I was going to say that's the most un-American thing to do, to sit there and be selfish. But at the end of the day, we are
capitalism, baby.
Yeah,
super American.
It's the most American thing to do.
And maybe they're telling her they want her out there no matter what. So if she blows up, destroys her knees, corporate America, they don't care. They just want their name out there.
All right, Giannis time. Let's move on from Lindsey Vonn.
Okay, let's move on. Giannis. He give an interview with Osarski and say, I want to stay in Milwaukee? I mean, I thought I heard that here about a week or two ago. So I don't know. Maybe he's. Yeah, it was a couple days ago. So I'm wondering if maybe, I know Brush is saying that he's out there, he didn't use these words, but he's like peddling he wants to be a Buck. But I know, Nortman, also, you guys are right. We're not going to go anywhere. And I love the idea of putting the Supermax in front of him and making him commit or decommit. And I think, obviously, we all know what we all need. I don't need to rehash everything. You guys have been spot on all week.
Well, appreciate you saying that. What I will say is, again, Giannis wants to win a second championship, and that's ultimately how I view all of my viewpoints towards the situation with Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go to Paul in Eden, like a West Eden.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're up on the Carpus Talking text line.
Hey there. Yeah, calling. This might be some crazy town stuff. I'm not a big basketball fan, not a big Bucks fan, but I am a big Hon Knipple fan. You got somebody that's running for, Rookie of the Year, trades to MVP for the Rookie of the Year. Start rebuilding with Con.
That is crazy. Con's really good.
I love K2. I also don't think the Charlotte Hornets would want to give.
I think they make that
their
trade.
Young nuclear, again, it have to be. They're building something.
Con plus a lot.
Yeah, again,
now we're talking. But Con for Giannis, that's no.
Yeah, not a straight up trade. I mean, it's intriguing because at the end of the day, with the draft picks that you're going to try to get, you're hoping to
correct.
Get
you're hoping to get.
Nipple.
You're hoping to get one of them.
If you get Con. and you get like 4 firsts and maybe another.
But in order, now you're trading Giannis, and you're trading even more of your assets to get a young player. So now you're giving up even more with Giannis.
So yeah, it'd be
as crazy as that sounds, but like he's a young player.
Yeah, but you had to get young player and a lot of draft picks. So it's not a terrible idea, but you had to get him another piece and then them draft picks for sure.
Look, I love the Knippel family. I'm very close to them.
Cool.
I think they'd love to have K2 in Milwaukee.
I wouldn't want him in Milwaukee.
Why not? It'd be great.
When you got to come
Your hometown
home.
hero.
When you got to come home, there's a lot of pressure. And a lot of people who
he can handle it.
Pockets.
He can handle it.
Like Tyler Hero back at home.
He's not Tyler Hero. They are two completely different individuals and people.
Trust me, I know. Tyler Hero didn't live in Milwaukee. This kid actually lives in Milwaukee, Tulsa area. And Tyler Hero talking about where I come from, a lot of people don't make it. Oh, shut up. You come from the suburbs.
He said that?
Yeah, he said during this draft, he said, where I come from, a lot of people don't make it. Okay, Greenfield, wherever you're from out there. What are we talking about?
Jason Wilde joins us next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And you're disrupting my flow.
No, your flow.
Dang nabbit.
Dang nabbit, I had a good flow.
Gee golly willikers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got a couple of accidents right now. One on the ramp from Silver Spring to southbound 41. And then we've also got southbound 41 just past Capitol Drive, the left lane blocked with some repairs that they are doing there. Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Kieft all the way down to the Marquette. Westbound 94 from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, and eastbound from 76th Street to Holly Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some... Why are you throwing... I don't want...
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Two hearts are interlinked,
intertwined,
permanently connected like 2 links in a chain.
the perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment.
One of the hearts is silver white.
The other is silver pink. And each of the hearts is inlaid with tiny little diamonds that glitter like stars on a clear winter night.
The interlinked hearts are hanging on to each other as they dangle on the end of a chain.
Another perfect symbol of having a life partner.
It's not only the perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment, it's an incredibly beautiful diamond pendant.
Just $238.
The Kissing Hearts Diamond Pendant is part of the Kissing Hearts collection at Kessler's.
Even though it's just $238, it's still one of the most expensive things in the collection.
I'm buying the two-tone Kissing Hearts cross.
The mother and child is spellbinding.
There's a Kissing Hearts ring.
Kissing Hearts earrings.
And 19 other Kissing Hearts pendants.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He was not taken out of context. He said the whole thing.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I don't think that means much, though. Like, it very rarely happens.
Holding everybody accountable.
They need to be more mature.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Nice little shift to Jason and the Green Bay Packers as we've been reacting to Giannis Antetokounmpo staying a Milwaukee Buck post-deadline. Jason, what's going on?
Currently with the Bucks either, although this trade that they did make, and then it became a 3-team trade. Mm-hmm. I had our good buddy Ron in the Key message me saying, Sam Decker was never a Buck, and that's true, but the news that came out for about 45 minutes on our show when that broke a few years ago, we thought he was a Buck. Turned out it was just part of a 3-team deal and no one had all the details yet. That's kind of what happened today, right? Is Nigel Hayes still a Buck?
Yes.
He currently is, yeah. They traded the other guy.
Or a Wisconsin Herd.
Or waived at any point. You never know in this NBA. But I do now have assists to 2 Milwaukee Bucks players. Giannis in Summer League and Nigel as a college player.
Wow. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. Now we just got to get Gosser on the roster.
I believe the only 2 people, I've done a little research on this now, that have played with both Nigel Hayes Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo in some form or fashion are Ben Brust and Ben Brust's favorite player, Grayson Allen.
Oh, wow.
How do you know that to be true? He played overseas somewhere. You really don't.
Yeah.
No.
That was some very quick research. Jason, what was your overall takeaway from Goody's 38-ish minute press conference yesterday?
He said a lot of words.
He sure did.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
How many words should people believe? Specifically, word count.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I said this to someone else a long time ago because, he came in after Ted and everyone was like, oh my God, it's so great. He talks so much more openly. No, he doesn't. But he just says more words, and he says them in an amicable way that Ted was just sort of withholding information all the time. I personally enjoyed Ted's press conferences more because I really enjoyed the challenge of framing a question in a way that would result in him giving an answer even if he didn't want to. My favorite Ted moment was it was a pre-draft press conference, and I asked them a relatively simple question about, can you help me understand how need factors in? I said, you always tell us, it's just the way it worked out. But, you need offensive linemen. Suddenly you have a draft with 3 offensive linemen. You need safety help. Hey, you picked a couple of safeties. What do you know? And it was great because it wasn't great for broadcast media like TV and radio, but he took the question and he walked to the back wall behind the podium and he basically, charades the Packers draft board, how they've got the positions across the top, and then the rounds down the left side. And then, so if you're looking for a defensive lineman in the 6th round, you go to that, point where they meet and you see which 6th round defensive linemen are there. And then you can compare it to other people you have in the 6th round at other positions. And if their grade is significantly higher than the defensive lineman, you don't take the defensive lineman even if you need them. But if, say, they have roughly the same grade, and one guy is a tight end and you've got plenty of tight ends, and the other guy's a linebacker that you need or a defensive end that you need, then you pick based on need. And so I always thought he got a little bit of a bad rap because if you knew how to get a question asked, it might get you somewhere. And I thought I had one of those questions yesterday when I basically said to him, is there some sort of rule in the NFL that you're not allowed to say that injuries factored into the outcome of your season? Would it be so bad to just get up there and say, you know what? We got screwed by injuries this year. And if we wouldn't have lost Tucker, we had a pretty damn good football team. And if we had Kraft and if we had Parsons, we'd have played a lot longer this season. And he wouldn't bite.
Jason, one thing that caught me by surprise was he doesn't suspect or project or whatever word to use any wholesale changes with the cornerback position. What are the odds, you think, that cornerback 1 and cornerback 2 are currently on the Packers roster?
Yeah, I mean, I think the two guys that were their starters at the end of the season will still be here, right? Carrington Valentine's still on his rookie deal. Despite his Pro Bowl selection, I'm not sure that Keyshawn Nixon is in a position to hold out for an extension or anything like that. But
is that
maybe
what he wants, Jason? Because didn't he mention something about that? Money?
He said something about that at locker cleanout. Because of all the other stuff going on with LaFleur's extension or not extension happening and everything else, I never really got to, reread it and write about it. So I'll have to go back and look. But again, they need to replenish that position. So if he wants to say that you don't have to overhaul it, that's fine, but you definitely need to augment it. And the fact that, and you guys know I love me some Bo Melton, but the fact that they were so perilously close to having to play him at corner while he was practicing a wide receiver, by the way, just tells you kind of how things were playing out there. So, we didn't get a whole lot of direct answers on a lot of things. I guess that qualifies as something of a direct answer because at least we know that he doesn't feel the need to just clean house at that position. But I have a hard time imagining them bringing back Nate Hobbs. But certainly not at the number he's at. I mean, now I don't know how he's going to view it. Like maybe he's a decent guy, and maybe he feels the desire to kind of. I want to come back and prove myself to the team that paid me my upfront guaranteed signing bonus. I want to come back and play well for these guys. I didn't play well, and I didn't play much. So maybe he'd be amenable to a pay cut, and they can find out what he actually could be for them because obviously this past season was largely a wash.
Goody in his press conference yesterday said he felt good about their ability in free agency this offseason, but when you look at it, they have no money currently. What is it that the Packers are going to do in order to free up some cap space this offseason?
Yeah, first of all, and you know this, Kyle, he's not going to say, we're not going to really be able to do much. What you see is what we get. We're kind of stuck because he doesn't want to admit that, just like he doesn't want to admit injuries were a factor. But you're right. As they stand today, they don't have a lot to work with. Now, moving on from Elton Jenkins, moving on from Rashawn Gary, moving on from Nate Hobbs, that will create some cap space.
Which he made it seem like he was. Rashawn Gary's on the roster, Nate Hobbs on the roster.
Well, again, you just heard him say he's saying a lot of words, but he's not going to give his hand.
Yeah, he was asked directly about Banks and Hobbs, and just basically asked, have you basically decided whether they're going to be on the roster next season or not? And he said, we really haven't. With losing 5 in a row, I don't think we've made any decisions on anybody yet. But those guys are under contract, so I would expect them back. Anybody who's under contract, that's what he says. Alex Strofe is under contract, so I would expect them back. Really? Have you seen him run the 3-cone drill? Well, he's under contract, so I would expect him back.
He was so excited to hear his name under contract, and then you brought his athletic abilities into it, and then his face dropped.
I just was trying to be funny.
I know. He's a sensitive fella.
Here's a good one.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Jason, do you feel any parallels between the end of the Aaron Rodgers era and Giannis?
No, I don't feel that. First of all, Giannis is still in his prime, right? I mean, this would have been they would have had to move on from Rodgers way earlier. Secondly, Giannis, and I get it.
I guess from a roster building standpoint was the only thing I was going from. Influence.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would say, it didn't seem like Rodgers tried very hard not to be the villain, whereas reading Jim Owczarski and Eric Name's pieces, I think that's pretty clear what Giannis was feeling there. But no, the issue with the Packers, and I've said this, and I would say maybe I have said it. In fact, I know I've said it during the 2022 season to Rodgers. I know you don't want to play with young players. You said it publicly and everything else, but if you're a cool Uncle Aaron and you give these guys a chance and you let them grow with you, maybe this rebuild can happen pretty quickly, right? I mean, you saw. We know where that 2022 draft has gotten them to now, right? I mean, all those guys played a ton the past couple of years, and they turned out to be reasonably good football players, right? And so I don't know where they go from here as far as the Bucs go, but they don't have like this young group of 7, 8, 9 guys. Obviously, their roster's smaller, but where you're like, okay, we put together some pieces, and then we get a bunch of assets. So we can acquire more pieces or draft more pieces, and we can flip this pretty quick if Giannis is still on our team. They're a ways away, whereas I think the Packers, as you saw in 2023, when Jordan Love took over, and in the second half of the season, all those young guys really came of age, and they were pretty good, and they almost beat the 49ers. So I don't see the parallels that way.
Well, Jason, we know you got to run. We appreciate the time, and we'll talk through a lot of this with you throughout the offseason and talk to you Monday.
All right, boys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde.
Thank you, Jason.
Knows all about the great work that Gina Della from Pella does.
Oh, he sure does.
We do, too.
Tausch does. And you're going to find out when you go to the Nari Spring Home Improvement Show happening February 13th through the 15th at the Wisconsin State Fair Park.
What time is it? Oh, it's not 4:20 yet.
Yes, but that is their booth number, booth 420. Easy to remember. So when you go to the Nari Spring Home Improvement Show, not this weekend, but next weekend, go to 420. Say hello to Gina for us. Gina loves the show. Tell her KBN sent you. And enjoy everything that they have. Become inspired because those doors, those windows, the drafts, the cold, it's still coming in. It's time for home improvement.
I actually heard a rumor that if you show up to booth 420 at 4:20 p.m., you might get a little extra off from Gina. I don't know.
Oh,
it's just a rumor.
420 friendly, some would say.
If with a 420 friendly discount. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Check out Gina at the Nari Home Show at 420.
420.
Booth 420 at 420.
Most importantly, booth 420, but at 420, you never know. And you will be inspired and want those Pella windows and doors in your house ASAP. Go check them out next weekend.
Brad and Kyle have more to get to with the Packers. I feel it in their souls. I can feel it. They have to react more to Goody after their 24 hours of digestion of his press conference. We'll get to that and get back to Giannis next on Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
Hey, Gabe, also, did you call us idiots?
Yeah, it's exactly what I called you. Yes.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We have a crash on the ramp from Silver Spring to 41 southbound, so keep that in mind. It's going to be causing a little bit of an issue. The main line, though, for the most part, is going to be slowed basically from Silver Spring down past Capitol. We've got westbound 94 tightening up right through the stadium from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 is going to be a little bit slow as you're making your way from Keith all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at wisconsinindorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and if you're serious about getting more active this year, listen up. The Pickler in Menominee Falls is indoor pickleball, and it's for everybody, whether you're brand new or just trying to move more. Right now, they're offering free learn-to-play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. No experience, no gear. They'll teach you everything. So stop talking about your New Year's resolutions and go do something about it. Stop in at The Pickler in Menominee Falls or call the club for more details.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
Anthony Davis got traded in a huge deal from the Dallas Mavericks. Ultimately, what the Dallas Mavericks have now received for Luka is Max Christie, Chris Middleton, who was once great, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley III, a 29 Lakers first, a 26 Oklahoma City first. That's this year. Breaking news, they're good. And a Golden State Warriors first in 2030, which is a top 20 protected pick, and 3 second-rounders. When you hear this, basically, average, everyday, great fan of unsportsmanlike out there probably says, I think I've heard of Chris Middleton, and that's the extent of this. That's where this ends for a generational player in Luka. Do we now have to look at this and say it's the worst trade ever?
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're looking to grow in 2026, the place for you to do it is the Princeton Club. If you want to grow in all areas of your life, the best way to do it is by creating a foundation of a healthy body, and then your growth will start there. Their clubs are amazing in the Madison area, plus New Berlin. They provide everything for you to be successful in your journey. But again, if you have the healthy body, so much more is achievable in your life. For me, getting tennis lessons for my wife, it's going to be something, a new hobby, a workout. I can work out. We can drop our daughter off at childcare. Again, they provide everything for you. So go get a tour. You're going to feel the energy. The staff will be cheering for you. Everyone around you has those same goals to get better. And if you're looking to grow, don't wait any longer. Start your better tomorrow today at the Princeton Club. It is Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. A little over 24 hours removed from Goody speaking to the media yesterday, and I want the sleep on it takes from Brad Nortman and Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, let me just jump right in. Upon dwelling on it, you know, obviously Goody can't reveal that much about his offseason plans. He's very political up there. But the more I think about it, the more I'm concerned that this roster will have a hard time being as good as it was in 2025, as it was in 2025, that it will be in 2026. And I'm not even sure they were championship caliber last year. We saw some games that they played well. Obviously, Micah Parsons' injury was an issue, but I don't think that they were quite championship caliber given the O-line, the D-line, and the cornerbacks last year, and the special teams. So I feel like improvements need to be made there. But the way I dwell on it, and Jason Wilde even said this, they said, they can't do much right now. But if you cut Rashawn Gary, if you cut Elton Jenkins, if you cut Aaron Banks, maybe you do something with Hobbs, that's like $33 million right there. You can do a little something with that. Well, they're 4 over right now, so you got 29 to spare. The problem is these guys are starters, right? A DN starter, a guard, your center that was moved for Jenkins there. But there's also Rasheed Walker, Quay Walker, Dobbs, Sean Ryan, guys that contributed like Enigbare. Both running backs behind Jacobs are going to be free agents. Those guys either need to be signed or replaced. So that $29 million plus your draft picks that are rounds 2 through 7, that $29 million is going to get eaten up very, very, very quickly. So I just sit here thinking about, man, you got to replace something like 6 to 7 starters, then probably another 3 or 4 guys that are like ongoing contributors. I don't think they have the cap to replace all these guys in such a way that the roster is going to even be better next year. Meanwhile, Micah coming off of it. So I know that Goody said, we have the cap to do whatever we want. The more I dwell on it, the more I'm concerned that this cap space, all these guys leaving, inability to upgrade at those positions. I don't know how this roster was championship last year. I don't see how they're going to be championship next year.
And that's my biggest concern, is that when I listened to that press conference, Goody felt like this team had everything they needed to win a title last year. And I just don't understand how he came to that conclusion after evaluating what this team was missing. We should have seen, as soon as Michael Parsons went down, Zach Tom went down, and the struggles that this team had shows that you didn't have everything you needed, because depth is part of something that you need to win a championship, because we all know injuries are going to happen. As we go into next season, somebody from this Packers team is going to go down, and we're going to need somebody else to step up and fill that hole and fill that void. So, Brad, as you're talking, my biggest hope is that Goody is either bluffing us, or Goody, more than likely, hopefully, is probably just delusional. Because there's no way in the world.
I'm not one to jump in and hype up
Goody,
what they're going to do, but I'd say it's obviously closer to bluffing. Now, it doesn't mean that it's all going to come together.
He thought it was roster.
I know. What's he going to say? What's he going to say?
Clearly, we lost 5 games in a row, and we lost a big lead. This roster was not good enough.
We all know that, but his job isn't to be honest at the podium. It's to make people feel good about the vision.
Sometimes I wish we had some honest people around here. The Buffalo Bills owner and GM got up there and was standing 10 toes down.
But they were wrong.
I mean,
there was video of them being wrong in their assertions.
From your perspective?
No, it was objectively wrong. They were blaming on someone else while the GM and owner were like, yeah, can't come. So my overall point is, I don't know if you gain much by being honest with the fan base as a general manager that just got extended, right? You're going to say the things that, even if it is words and it doesn't mean much, it's all about action this way moving forward. And for me, again, I think it's the bluffing part of just saying words to get through the press conference, which was very long for him to just say a lot of words. But you said your concern. My concern is there wasn't enough change. There wasn't enough change.
And
so when there's not enough, they literally brought back the 3-headed monster that has got them where they are today.
Even underneath the 3-headed monster. I mean, some coaches left, but it's basically the same.
It's a lot of the same. Like, what stands out to me in my head was, we do this every day with each other. And when I got to do a show with Greg Scalzo, who I used to do a show with, he had the luxury of doing one show for the first time in like 365 days for, I would say, 3 hours uninterrupted with 4 people on Sunday Karma, which he does 10 to noon on Sundays, right? So he was able to actually give his opinion in full form without Craig, you, and Strofe.
Even more cool.
He talked about how, like, the Packers are in this point of, like, convincing themselves they're good enough, but they know they're not good enough, but it's good enough to get ticket sales. It's good enough to make the playoffs, but it's not good enough to win a championship, but is that good enough for you? And it's just, like, kind of this vicious cycle. So, like, some sort of change is needed to break that cycle, a major change. The only major change was somebody leaving for a new opportunity. not bringing people in outside of replacing those guys. So it's going to be hard to get out of this cycle when it's the same people making the same decisions that got you to the same point you've been at.
Yeah, you're stuck in that cycle. And the urgency from last year's press conference when Goody was about to, have Mark Murphy retire, Ed Policy come in, hoping for an extension, that sense of urgency, I don't detect that in his voice. And even Rob said that the question is why? Why isn't that there? Maybe Rob and his idea that he realized that didn't really benefit him. So maybe he's going to tone back from that. To me, I feel like he is quite comfortable. I think he knows that there's areas they need to improve, and he's going to do that. But would it really hurt? And would the fans come for pitchforks if he were to say, you know what? We're not where we want to be. There's a few position groups that we need to get better on.
Well, that's on you, Goody. You've been the general manager for 8 years. Why are you telling us now? You just got extended.
So say it and do it. And to me, it just didn't sound like the guy who is about to have the biggest offseason of his whole career, which it is for him.
Yeah, I think that's clear, and that's why it will be very interesting to see what he does. And again, listening to it, something I also took from it was it seems to me, and again, I need to ask Jason Woolley or Rob Domowski about this, is that he mentioned Matt LaFleur, the relationship and the conversations that they're having, and it seemed to me that Matt LaFleur and him definitely seem more aligned than what we have felt in the past. And so I'll be very interested to know the input that Matt LaFleur has, the input that Jonathan Gannon has, because as we know, when they brought in Jeff Hafley clearly let Goody know the type of guys he needs to fit this defense. And as we move forward with Gannon, who has a versatility of defense of a 4-3 and a 3-4, it'll be interesting to know what direction he's looking to swing this organization in order for Goody to go into the offseason understanding what he needs to construct to put the Packers and put these Jonathan Gannon in the best position to have this defense succeed.
Well, I think Jonathan Gannon's a D-line guy, right? So you got your Micah Parsons, that's great. Devontae Wyatt, I'd like to keep him around for sure. Everybody else, though, likely no Rashawn Gary, maybe not no Enigbare, LVN. Will he ever even get into the same stratosphere as his potential or where he was drafted? There's a lot of meh on that D-line. Is Goody going to lean in the draft and free agency to really bolster that? Because O-line, D-line, cornerbacks have concern, but O-line, D-line, that's where games are won and lost.
And I don't recall Goody being a guy that signs guys for depth. Right, he drafts guys for depth. He's not sitting there signing, 4 or 5 guys in order to create depth on this roster, which would be concerning in a season where you're losing some guys that you use for depth, like an Enigbare and Sean Ryan, and not having the replacement ready to assume that position next.
A little birdie came in my ear and just told me he has some ridiculously funny audio for us to play on the other side. That little birdie was Alex Strofe. We'll see if he delivers on his promise coming up next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Homer. This might be the dumbest thing that he has to have said in his career.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
I'm going to tell you this, there will be more scrutiny, so I think he better get off to a fast start.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Because I can already picture whomever we play right out of the gates. And I got a hunch the old Fire Gannon hashtags are going to be warmed up and ready to go if things don't start well. He is not going to have a ton of built-in grace at that position.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Big news from Carbless, a fan favorite and one of my favorites. Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack, crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
This
Valentine's Month. Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during our Valentine's sale. Now through February 28th only. It's the perfect time to fall in love with the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. Whether you want to look great for Valentine's Day, an upcoming event, or just for you, you can start losing those unwanted pounds right now. No more losing weight and gaining it back. This program helps you keep the weight off for good. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Homer here. I've already lost 10 pounds since I started the journey. Now it's your time to show yourself some love with $300 off. Hurry. This Valentine's sale ends February 28th. Patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call 262-235-3980 now for your free consultation or MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
If you're into muskie fishing, the Muskie Expo is the place to be this coming weekend, the 13th through the 15th, where you'll find an excellent assortment of everything muskies, held at the Washington County Fair Park. Find out more at muskieexpo.com.
We need to optimize the PID controller for smoother robotic movements.
Our data analysis shows a significant correlation between the variables in both control groups.
The test shows you've experienced an acute myocardial infarction. As you'll see on the syllabus, this course will largely focus on the Mesozoic era.
Get your child the access every child deserves. Enroll your K through 8th grade child by February 28th at Milwaukee College Prep, mkeprep.com/enroll.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, we love buy one, get ones, and especially when it comes to Palermo's Pizza, and especially Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. More toppings, more flavor, more amore. For 1 week, stock up on the bold, ridiculously flavored Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizzas at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Buy one, get one. Yep, you heard it. Buy one, get one. Cheese loaded, topping packed. It's the best frozen pizza in the world. This is only through February 10th at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, more toppings, more flavor, more amore. And stay tuned for Frozen Pizza Friday. We'll give away that, and I'm sure a lot more. Seems to be the Friday giveaway. I'm Kyle Brust and Nortman. Speaking of which, that's us. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe, catching a second win, dancing. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. And you have everything. You download the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When he dances like that, does he think he's good?
No, he's just being himself.
No, you think you're bad. Okay.
Yeah, he knows he's bad.
I know most of my limitations.
When you try,
remember, he's got self-awareness.
Can you try?
He's got self-awareness, you know?
Like, can you try to dance well?
I need a partner for that. You want to come dance with me? Then I think I'd be a little better. Yeah.
How about you just play that audio you said? It's so funny. It's going to be so funny. It's going to be so funny.
Best friends don't misquote each other. So let's try again. What did I actually say?
This is going to be the funniest audio ever.
There you go. That's exactly what I said. Doc Rivers, just about an hour ago, meeting with the media, had this to say.
You guys want a Giannis update? All right. Okay. Doing any court work or anything? Oh, no. I was just talking about, he's going to coach the celebrity game. Yeah. Right? You guys see that? No, he did inform me that he's going to put Shams on the trading block today, and he's just going to listen to offers. So I'm just going to go make that announcement right now.
That is skin-crawlingly awkward.
I was going to say it was kind of cringe.
Yeah, the whole time. The whole time it was cringe.
Nobody laughed.
Yeah,
Nobody laughed.
They're probably all confused.
Like, we know he's here. Like, it almost like you could, like, it got to, like, you know the old phrase, like, don't let them know they got you.
Oh, they got Doc.
They got him.
I don't know why.
Yeah, he's beaten down.
Yeah, Doc, like, you know that Giannis wanted a trade. Like, the Bucks were listening to offers.
Correct. There were counter offers.
What are we talking for the fans that want to get after Shams and say, oh, he's still here? Yeah.
And by the way, the fans that are getting after Shams are still the fans that are getting after your ass, Doc.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm just very confused about the Bucks literally were listening to offers for Giannis, and they made an announcement that they're going to keep him. So clearly there was some type of truth to these rumors.
It was such a it was the funniest audio ever. I got to listen to it again. I just said, get it ready.
I thought you said get ready, like you were saying something.
Want a Giannis update? All right, okay. Oh, no, I was just talking about, he's going to coach the celebrity game. Right? You guys see that? No, he did inform me that he's going to put Shams on the trading block today, and he's just going to listen to offers. So I'm just going to go make that announcement right now.
I wish I was there so I could chuckle.
Why is everyone in the organization, like Giannis and Doc, doing this dance now? Where it's like, oh, it was never going to happen. It seems so strange to me. If you play that again, I have to take my headphones off. I cannot listen to that again.
Yeah,
cannot.
I don't.
You guys want a Giannis update?
You got it.
I can't do it. I can't.
You're a nice guy. You're supposed to be able to listen through everything.
You know, Doc Rivers was a great coach, and maybe this whole job ain't for him no more. Sometimes retirement is good for some people. Sometimes sitting down and relaxing and enjoying what you did in the past.
The Bucks are really good at paying coaches to move on and pay them after they're done.
I'm sorry. Our organization right now seems
what is
like
it? Budenholzer, Adrian Griffin, and we can add Doc to it.
Iced tea show right now. That is what this organization feels like right now.
It's a laughing stock.
I am just they don't know what direction they want to go. Their star player wants to be traded one day. Now he's talking about, I'm not going anywhere. Your head coach is acting like, oh, Giannis never told me he wanted to be traded, so I don't know what you're talking about. And then you have people contacting Shams and Wendy, letting them know that Giannis may be shut down for the rest of the year. It's just like, this is all just disjointed. Is this a problem?
Yeah, well, I thought you liked reality TV.
Oh,
not when it's your sports team.
Well, this one's just confusing. This isn't entertaining. Like, if Giannis came out and it was like fighting and something good, there's nothing good from this. Like, sleep with somebody, not Giannis, but somebody sleep around, do something crazy to make me interested. Right now, this is all just boring.
And by the way, for him to get up at the microphone and like try and like make this joke, like, ha, I got everyone. Your team sucks, man.
Yeah.
Your job is to coach the team, not to be a comedian.
It feels toxic. It does. Like, I don't throw that word around much, but it feels like
the culture's bad, Brad.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
The culture's bad. Players are talking. Kyle Kuzma talking. KPJ talking. Everybody's Bobby Portis. Everybody's talking about this. Like, let's just focus on basketball and focus on the fact that we want to lose as many games as possible and get rid of half the roster next year.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, you got all the answers for what coaches and GMs and owners should say.
I'm telling you this right now. Y'all lucky I didn't pursue a different career, or y'all be bashing me on this show right now.
Yeah, for your bad decisions.
You give us a lot of content.
I'll give you a lot of content.
You in front of the mic?
Yeah, I would. I would give you guys all the interviews and all the information.
I don't want yours. Coming up next in Madison is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Are you playing the Pickle Boys? Oh, my God. Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam, and I continue on with my not best friend, Alex Stroh from KBN. In 2 minutes.
The Pickle Boys, for me and for you.
Cringe.
We have a crash on the ramp from Silver Spring to 41 southbound, so keep that in mind. It's going to be causing a little bit of an issue. The main line, though, for the most part, is going to be slowed basically from Silver Spring down past Capitol. We've got westbound 94 tightening up right through the stadium from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 is going to be a little bit slow as you're making your way from Keefe all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing up the third tournament of the season with another can't-miss event and $1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Olson, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the iconic TPC Scottsdale, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious state-of-the-art simulator. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and teams must get their round in by February 28th. Your chance to take on TPC Scottsdale starts today at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Brust and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
You know what? I heard there's a birthday boy we got here. So you know what, Levi, go ahead and take the 414 Hour at 4 today for your boy.
Hey, Milwaukee, what is up? It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Hey, Levi, stay with us. 414. Hey, 414. 414.
Yeah.
There it is. Happy birthday,
All the
Levi.
way from the 715.
Come on down to the 414, Levi. We don't bite.
We'll show you a good time.
We will show you a good time on your birthday now, Levi.
Yeah, what are you doing for your birthday, Levi?
Well, I just finished grocery shopping, and I'm still going to listen to the show. Thanks, bro.
Well, Levi, if you want a good
is
time.
Is that what you do to me, bro?
Yeah, that's what he does to you. That's the kind of person he is.
Time. There's an establishment right down the street from here. Baby girl's out of town, so I got some time if you want to go to a nice little establishment.
You like gentlemen's clubs?
Let's not go too far. But anyway, I just want to give my take on Giannis quick before you guys get
too far. Ben, seriously, that was too far. You owe him an apology.
No, I don't. I'm trying to show him a good time.
Yeah, it will be a great time, Levi. Come on now.
I said don't go too far. That's what happens there. You don't go too far at all. Can't go far. Can't go the furthest.
Yeah, security would take care of you then.
Well, anyway, I'm glad Giannis didn't get traded on my birthday. Can we just say that's a good birthday gift, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. It is a good thing.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer in the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more.
Levi sound like he'll be a little scared of the people, little dancers.
Well, you got to break them in. Next thing you know, $20 later. Why is
Levi going broke? Levi staying.
No. I'd give him a $20 dance.
Oh yeah, he would want more.
Well, got to show him a good time. Giannis Antetokounmpo remains a Milwaukee Buck. And not only does he remain a Milwaukee Buck, he is adding fuel to this soap operas Kyle was getting to that Kyle's not enjoying, for the record. Strove, please pull up Giannis's post when you get a chance. On Twitter, on Instagram, he did the Wolf of Wall Street. And take a listen to yourself.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I love it, Giannis. I love it.
Do you?
Yes, temporary.
This is simply put, I'm going to win the fan base over again, and I'm going to put all the pressure on management.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm going to make the fans love me.
Yeah.
And then this is a back and forth PR battle. Yeah. No one wants to be the bad guy. And something's going to happen again, and then we're going to go through this cycle of fans calling in, fans chiming in, saying, man, I'm so sick of the Giannis thing. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to leave, leave. Right now, we're love him. Love him. Didn't get moved to the deadline despite all the cryptic things that happened, made things actually true about things that could have happened. Now, they didn't, but they still could happen in the future. And, this isn't like, I get, take the short-term win and dance on the reports if you want. But long-term, I don't know, do you walk away from today feeling better about the future of the Bucks?
I'm the same. That's why, Doc doing his weird, awkward press conference, Giannis posting at Wolf of Wall Street, it feels very short-sighted. I long-term, I don't see how these two stay together. And the more back and forth it is, the more, I agree with you. I think Giannis is putting
the pressure on him.
Putting pressure on the management. So is that going to reap good things or bad things? I feel like it becomes more divisive, more separate from one another, and it's just going to be harder to ever have there be any type of, reconciliation together.
No, this is actually a good thing because time is on the Green Bay Packers. Time is on the Milwaukee Bucks side right now. Before you were rushed into making a decision and saying, okay, we're open to trades, and you literally had a 9-day sprint to the finish line of whether or not you were going to trade Giannis, where during this offseason, the Bucks are going to be well-positioned to be able to have time, evaluate what they can do, talk to Giannis, and figure out what the resolution is going to be. I promise y'all, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to do everything they can to keep Giannis in the back of our minds, understanding that it is going to be quite the hill for them to climb in order to convince him to stay. And with that being in mind, the Bucks should be preparing themselves in everything that they do this offseason to move on from Giannis. And because there just isn't a true avenue for the Bucks to be competitive with Giannis. There really isn't. And I think the Bucks are coming to that realization, and they understand they don't want to play this game anymore either. They don't want to go back and forth. And Brad, earlier, you made a really great point of sliding the contract extension in front of him and saying, either you sign this now or we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to trade you. And if Giannis says he doesn't want to sign it, then you say, okay, that's cool. We're just going to trade you. And so that is going to be the approach of the Bucks this summer. I'm telling y'all, Giannis is not going to be a Milwaukee Buck come next season. They're going to trade him. They're going to get assets for him. And come this summer, there's going to be so many more teams that are going to say, okay, this is where we were falling short at. We just had a conversation talking about Goody and the lack of depth, and was this team a championship team? Well, guess what? There's going to be 29 other NBA teams that are going to say, what does our roster look like? What do we need to add? And instead of guys who are maybe a player away from making a run this year, now they're going to say, well, what can we do to make some pieces to make sure that we are as good as possible? The Minnesota Timberwolves are a great example of a team that, they could only offer so much this year, but maybe this offseason they'll be more willing to get rid of some other guys. Teams are going to be more willing to get rid of certain players now because you're not in the middle of the season. So I think for the Bucks, the reason why I'm excited he's still on the roster is because I love me some Giannis, but more importantly, I know the Milwaukee Bucks are going to get more value. They're going to be able to pit more teams against themselves. There's going to be other teams that are going to join the conversation this summer that just didn't feel like they were in a position to do it right now. So that is why we should be excited in Milwaukee, is because now in the summertime, you're really going to have your pick at it, and the Bucks are going to get a really good player back, or they're going to get a whole boatload of picks. But I do foresee a future where the Bucks end up getting a real blue chip prospect along with 2 to 3, maybe even 4 draft picks.
Yeah, and I think when you look at it, the Bucks didn't know what they wanted. I really believe that. I think they maybe wanted to hear trade offers, see what the pulse is. Giannis feels like he maybe requested for a trade, maybe not directly. I feel like the Bucks, part of them still wants to be able to keep him for the long term. By this summer, the Bucks must decide. They must pick a lane. You either are all in on Giannis or you're all in the other direction. It feels like they're kind of middling it, and you got to pick a lane.
Stevie chimes in on the what does today mean sort of thing. on the Carbless Talking text line. I think at the end of the day, the bottom line, it extends the possibility that something could happen to keep him. I agree, but I'm starting to think we need to get this. I'm reading this way too often for too many Wisconsin sports teams right now. Shawshank. Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. And Giannis today, after the trade deadline, playing as I'm not leaving, is giving hope to the fan base that he will be a Buck forever. But again, I stand by. I believe in my heart of hearts that Giannis is going to do what he can to win a second championship over anything as it comes to a competitive basketball player. And in that scenario, I can't look at what the Bucks have as a franchise and as an asset and who's running it, who's the coach, the players on the team right now, with the lack of capital they have, what they can do in this short period of time coming into the summer to say, hey, Giannis, you see this? You'd be crazy to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I just go back to if you had to put money on it, would you bet that he ever plays for the Milwaukee Bucks on the court again? That could be the rest of this season. That could be next season. I would say he does not. He does not wear another Milwaukee Bucks jersey.
Giannis said he wants to play. And one thing about this Bucks organization is they do whatever Giannis wants to. I know there was a report out earlier that said the Bucks don't want to play.
You're going to let him go out there and play?
Two of them.
And then there was a report where Giannis said he wants to play. Giannis put this out here, too. That video, you think Giannis is talking about his legacy and stand because he doesn't want to get out on the court? Giannis wants to play again, and I do believe that though it may not be in the best interest of the Bucks, I do think Giannis is going to play again for the Milwaukee Bucks this season. But
there's no good that can come with that.
Go ahead and get your tickets now because this is the farewell tour is going to be on when he returns from that injury.
800-990-3776. Alex Strofe is working the phone lines right now, getting you locked and loaded and ready to go. So we'll go to the Carbless text line on Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Josh Kenosha, you're up first.
Guys, first, hey, Levi, happy birthday. I want to give you guys some perspective here. The Bucks front office is way more trustworthy than my Bulls. Do you think 14 second-round picks could get Giannis? Because we just did a whole fire sale of our team.
No first-round picks. It's actually it's impossible to do what they did.
14? I'm perplexed.
Sure, you could be perplexed, but that doesn't make anyone feel better about this.
14 second-round picks?
Between, like, all of the guys they've traded, I think, like Levine, DeRozan.
Wow. They didn't get any first-round pick. Vujovic.
None.
They didn't get a first-round pick for all these talented guys that they had.
Man. And
Vujovic.
And Desmond Bain.
Who is Vujovic is the one that played in Orlando?
No, it's this. Vucevic played.
Guy.
It's the same.
There was a Vujovic. Maybe Vujovic was somewhere else.
Vujovic?
Yeah, there's a Vujovic.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Vujovic might have been the one with the pretty hair back in the day.
Yeah,
Vucevic.
Pretty hair.
Listen, well, you don't even know. You don't even speak the language where he's from.
Yeah, but we've heard the broadcasters. He's been an all-star.
Vujovic.
Oh God.
Nikola.
He's been in the league for 15 years, Kyle.
He's very good.
Vujovic.
Okay, now
are you thinking of Mirotic?
No, he played for the Bucks.
He did.
Brian and Lake Mills, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
No, although second-round picks gave me nightmares again of that stupid Drake.
Jay Crowder?
Drake Crowder.
5 first-rounders. Or second, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, reason for calling is I wonder if we need to start a shot clock or a countdown to the games that the Bucks need to lose for them to be able to shut Giannis down so he doesn't get hurt and screw up our opportunity for a good draft haul or trade haul come this summer. So countdown starts, Giannis gets shut down. Doubt it happens, but hey, why not? Let's have fun.
So I've been seeing a lot of this. I know Dr. Denver Dan on YouTube's been saying it a lot. I hate this. I can't even say the body part, the muscle that I'm scared of. It's called the A word here. Everyone keeps
don't say it.
Dude, but I've been seeing.
Why are we talking about this? Because go past
it's a reality.
Dude, that would be devastating. That would be devastating.
That's why you got to shut him down.
The most
you can't win a championship. That's why you got to shut him down.
No, that would
you
be,
lose everything.
You have to shut him
You
down.
don't get any value in a trade. He walks. He gets healthy, and he does what he wants.
I agree. I'm telling you, as a business decision, the Bucks should shut him down. But Giannis gets what he wants, and if Giannis wants to play, the Bucks will probably play him. But
that's stupid for the Bucks.
But if you're an organization, you got to do what's right for you. But this team seems to not always do what's right for them when it comes to Giannis.
You need to convince Giannis that it's in his best interest for the team to lose, because if there's ever going to be a chance,
but in their minds, they're telling themselves that if he plays and he's happy, we can make him happy in the offseason.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they're trying to always make him happy.
This is the middling conversation.
But you said Giannis will do whatever you want.
That's why I'm concerned that he is going to play, because Giannis said that he wants to play, and the Bucks always do what Giannis wants them to do.
Would you, if you were the GM or the coach or whoever's in charge of this decision, would you say, I hear you, Giannis, but you're not playing?
No. As a fan, I want to see him play.
Yes.
I'm not
even sure I want to see him play as a fan.
I want to see him play because I want to go out like that. But as a general manager,
we'll go out like what? Watching him play with a bunch of bums?
Limping off the court like that.
Are you going to get that much joy watching him throw a pass to Pete Nance?
I just don't want to see him go out like that. But as a general manager, as an owner of the team,
a great line.
The Milwaukee Bucks should not be playing Giannis. They shouldn't be playing Giannis because there is no benefit for them to play Giannis right now. You want Giannis to be as healthy as possible.
Jericho Sims, alley-oop!
No. As a GM and as an organization, there is no reason to let Giannis play.
So if you're a GM, you shut him down.
I shut him down. If I was John Horford,
even if he pushes back against you,
what's the worst that can happen? He gonna be mad? Well, hell, he ain't gonna be on my team next year. What does that?
Correct.
What does that do?
Good point.
Oh, you mad? Okay, go be mad in Toronto. Go be mad in LA. Go be mad in Minnesota. Listen, Giannis, I love you, but you don't dictate what I do. I'm shutting you down because that's what's best for the organization. Listen, you missing the last 12 games of the season because of your injury, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll thank us next year when your body feels amazing.
Giannis Antetokounmpo remains in Milwaukee Bucks. What happens next? We'll discuss with you. You're on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. We hear from you in KBN Nation. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Call me daddy.
That just sounds...
It's just, yeah.
Like...
Call me
cut
daddy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Crash now on Highway 18 eastbound, right at I-94, right in the Gerkeys Corners area. The right lane is blocked with this. We also have some delays on 894 southbound, starting at about Lincoln, all the way down to about Oklahoma, then back on the brakes from Beloit Road down and around the Hale to about Forest Home. Westbound on 894, backing up out of the Mitchell to Loomis. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperature. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Make your next activation or event a slam dunk with Captivate Exhibits, your leader in transforming spaces and creating brand experiences that truly stand out and connect. If you can dream it, Captivate can design it, build it, and activate it. From trade shows and events to enhancing interior spaces like your lobby, history wall, or break room, Captivate Exhibits turns ideas into highlight reels. With over 32 years of award-winning experience, Captivate delivers every time, always beating the buzzer. Get started with your next big idea today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Kessler's gives you diamond choices that no one else can give you.
We have all the colors and clarities and carat weights of diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers, newborn created diamonds.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Tell them what an anniversary diamond is, Monica.
An anniversary diamond can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
Every diamond makes a statement.
Okay.
The anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
Now tell them about our miraculous no small print warranty.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO at Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pain in your joints is no way to live, but thankfully QC Kinetics, right here in Mequon and Greenfield, is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. What does that mean? It means that they have tools that operate on the cellular level to give you lower inflammation, take away that pain, all without surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics has already had 40,000 people that are satisfied customers that are living their life without pain. So if you're hearing my voice and you're thinking, you know what, I put this off long enough, I've thought that surgery and all those invasive things are my only options, I'm here to tell you it is not. QC Kinetics, right here in Greenfield and Mequon, will give you a pain-free life, lower that inflammation, get you feeling your best self. Don't wait any longer. There's a free, no-obligation consultation that I promise you will learn something in right here. So give them a call. And most people that do that, they say, wait a minute, I don't even want to wait any longer. Let's start my treatment right now. Give QC Kinetics a call at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Continuing to get your reaction to Giannis Antetokounmpo not being moved by the deadline, what the Bucks do next. You be a GM. You tell us what you're thinking. 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and text line. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman until 5 o'clock, leading you into the Homer Hour with Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman, with Alex Strofe being supervised by our content director, Brian D. Back behind the glass. Let's go to Tony in Delafield. Tony, you're on the Carbless Talk and text line with KBN.
Gentlemen, do you know why Max Crosby will never play for the Raiders again? Because they sat him down and told him he couldn't play. And let me tell you this, if Giannis wants to play superhero and will the Bucks in the playoffs and maybe win the play-in and maybe win a round and fall in love with basketball in Milwaukee again, you go ahead and let him do it. And if he gets injured, that's on him.
Oh,
It's on him, but it hurts the franchise.
Yeah, significantly.
So what you're saying is the Bucks sit here and their Superman goes in there and somehow gets them into the play-in, and then they win the play-in, and then they get out of the round one, and then he gets
for the fourth year in a row.
Yeah, and then he gets hurt, and now your Superman is hurt, and so now you got the rest of these guys on the roster who aren't good and don't have Superman, and now your team sucks, and then Giannis becomes a free agent next year. Do you think Giannis is signing a Supermax while he's hurt, or you think he's just going to sit the season out and say, let me see what happens next year?
Yeah, either way, if Giannis gets hurt, the Bucks are absolutely screwed. Yeah. I mean, you cannot let him play to get injured, because you're exactly right. He won't sign a contract then. He'll go right to free agency. Maybe the Bucks would be in the mix, but probably not. And I just don't see a scenario. This is why the Bucks need to choose what they want to do. They need to choose, do they want Giannis back or do they not? Will he be willing to sign a contract or will he not? This middling makes decision-making murky, makes it foggy. So if the Bucks know they want to trade him, it's easy. You set him down.
They don't want to trade him right now, though. Like that's not what this organization
wants. They want
wants.
to trade him eventually.
I don't think the organization wants to trade him at all. I think they
So
just
who wants
they want
to trade?
I think they want to. I think they want to keep him, but the guy wants to leave. And when somebody wants to leave you, or they're halfway. in, you're saying
But
there's a-
Kyle,
why
he
does
said,
he post
"I'm
the
not
video
leaving," because again, it's put
yeah.
pressure on management.
Yeah, he said.
So
he
you're
said
saying
that-
He doesn't care what happens to the Bucks in the future as long as what's in front of him can help provide a second championship.
Right, I get that, but why would Giannis want to leave? He knows this roster. He knows they can't get better quickly.
Why would he not want to leave? You mean?
No. Why would he want? Because you're saying that the Bucks don't want to trade him.
No,
well, something must have happened to get this trade
It's a game of
going.
chicken. The Bucks want to trade him. Giannis wants to be traded, but they both don't want to make the decision.
Right.
Giannis-
So the Bucks want to trade Giannis, and Giannis wants to be traded.
Don't we realize?
Correct.
Don't we realize that Giannis this summer? Remember, it came out from Shams, you believe it or not. Remember, they said it was a Knicks thing, right? It was the Knicks, right? So there was obviously something that happened,
And that came out to be a true conversation.
There's something that happened this summer that triggered for the Bucks to have a conversation about potentially being open to moving him. And then you fast forward during the regular season, Giannis has actually spoken out about his desire to want to compete for a championship. And so the Bucks at this point, they decided once again, because if the rumors are true this summer that the Knicks, they were thinking about the Knicks, well, they're just listening to what Giannis wants to do. So this is not new that they're open to exploring trades. The only difference now is that they're openly talking about it.
What about the fact that Giannis went a little crazy in a good way when he was playing in the Knicks?
He did. That was interesting. He said
Kind of saying like it was kind of real and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So he did the I'm going to win the fan. This is my city. This is my city. This is a crazy soap opera.
We should not listen to much that. Appreciate Giannis, but do realize that Giannis is
his motive is to win a second championship.
And to be the good guy. He does not want to be the bad guy.
Dan and Sheboygan, you're on the Carbless Talk and Text line with KBN. Your reaction to Giannis?
Who's holding John Horst accountable? Because how does this franchise possibly improve? Outside of Giannis, they don't have one of the top 150 best players in the league. They're not even one of the 10 best teams in the East right now, more or less a championship team. They're so far away. And when's the last time Giannis can't stay healthy for a whole season? He's not going to age well. He's been playing professionally since 15, all the Olympics, all the international. The way he plays, very physical. It's a huge miss by the Bucks. He's worth more now than he's ever going to be in the future. I think that they've got to get future picks. They've got to free up cap space. They're paying Lillard for 4 years. That's the plan, his roster. Everybody in the team is past their prime, if that's any good, except for maybe Green and Hollins.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, he makes good points.
Thank you, Dan. I mean, spot the lie
But
for Dan.
that's the question. Will you get more in the summer?
Yes.
If that's the answer, then it's okay.
There's rumors out there from Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated, I believe, where he said teams are urging the Milwaukee Bucks to hold off until the summertime.
Other teams?
Other teams are, that's according to reports, multiple NBA teams are actively urging the Milwaukee Bucks to slow down and resist temptation to trade Giannis before the February deadline. There's a growing pressure around the league for Milwaukee to wait until the summer when the market for the two-time MVP is expected to be far more aggressive and lucrative. Why? Is because at that point,
more players.
Everybody's looking to build their roster. But think about it. Everybody's looking to build their roster in the summer. We're talking about Goody doing what? Building a roster. And when you're building a roster, you can look at free agency. You can look at different moves that you can make. Right now, people are a little bit more tight about who they want to get rid of and different things because they're trying to make a run. But in the offseason, you're trying to rebuild for a brand new season. They say it all the time. Brad, you're used to it. The roster that you had in that 2014, 2015 season, that was never going to be the same team ever again.
Yep, that's true.
That's how sports work. And so in the NBA this offseason, the Milwaukee Bucks and all these other teams in the NBA will not be the same team going into next season. And trying to get Giannis puts them in an advantage to try to get one step closer to a championship if you're a different team.
Dirty Dizzle, you're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Oh, I thought my name was Miss Delusional.
Well, you said it, not me.
Well, you Dirty D. Hey, Dirty D. Hello to you. And Dirty D, you know I care about you, but to think that Giannis is staying in Milwaukee next season is delusional. He's not going to be here forever, Dirty D. It's okay. We had a good time with him.
So you admit that I'm delusional? You admit that I'm delusional?
He sure does.
No, wait a minute. Now let me speak for myself, Dirty D. For you thinking that Giannis is going to be a Buck forever is more on the delusional side than the sane side. Yes.
So yes, he's calling you delusional.
So you don't ever think he's going to retire a Milwaukee Buck?
He may retire Milwaukee.
He could
Buck,
come back in
but just
7 years.
Just like all the other players. Didn't Jordan Nelson retire Milwaukee Buck? I mean, excuse me, a Green Bay Packer?
Ceremonious.
Yeah. So there might be a time where he comes. Hank Aaron, he came back. He retired a Milwaukee Brewer, not Brave.
No, I'm not talking about coming back. I'm talking about he's going to finish his career in Milwaukee here and then go.
So you think that's going to happen?
He'll stay a Buck his entire career.
You think that's going to happen?
I do.
No, you're delusional as hell.
No hopes of it. Just
delusional.
No, I'm not.
Delulu.
No, I'm not.
Delulu.
Dirty
no,
D,
I'm not. Okay.
Dirty D, you were almost in tears last week, and I don't want to see you like that. I don't. So I'm trying to set you up so you mentally put yourself in. All Bucks fans,
be prepared.
We
Dirty
need to
D.
put ourselves in a position. Expect the worst and hope the best.
To you guys, he's probably just a player.
No.
To me and my daughter, he's very special.
He
to
is.
me and my daughter.
But it's a business. This is not a fairy tale.
Do you have a pair of his shoes that were autographed to you, Ben? No, I don't think so.
Well, those pair of shoes you will forever have, and they're part of memories. So what I'm saying is, Dirty D, is that Giannis is very special to a lot of people here in the city of Milwaukee because of what he was able to do on the court.
Why don't you just give her a call and you guys can talk for 50 minutes about your
He's
feels,
special,
okay?
But man,
cherish them shoes.
Damn.
Cherish them.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
Those must be big shoes.
Why are you trying to be all Kyle sitting there?
Bro,
like
you
this?
weren't here last
Kyle,
week.
Kyle
You
sitting
weren't
here.
here. You weren't here last. Stroke, let him know. Dirty
She was
D
in a
like,
fragile place.
I think Giannis is leaving. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here.
I said Dirty D.
Yeah.
No, I said
Dirty
no.
D broke down on the air.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was hard to hear.
Yeah,
My heart broke.
I'm trying to gas that queen up to let her know that,
She's got to be ready. She's got to be prepared. And our job is to prepare her emotionally for when Giannis.
That ain't our job. She's a grown-ass woman.
You going to talk to Dirty D like that?
Yeah.
I see why she don't like you, boy.
Oh, sorry that I'm not fake like you guys.
Fake? I'm not being fake.
You sat there. You're not delusional.
Dirty
You
D's
be
like
in your head. You know
like a
she's
flower.
damn delusional.
You got to treat her delicately.
You got to treat her real. No, I ain't going to call somebody delusional in her life. I'm saying in this instance, she's delusional.
On this opinion.
There's buckets of delusion.
Soren in Heartland, are you delusional?
I'm not as delusional as delusional D or whatever you guys call it.
Yeah, it's hard to be that.
Listen, I'm not one of those guys that saw that Giannis was going to get traded at the deadline. I think you don't get the deal. I mean, we all know this. You don't get the deal that you would in the offseason. But I'm not totally on the side of he's not going to finish out his career in Milwaukee. I would say it's likely that he doesn't, but I mean, he said that he'd be open to maybe, staying or
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
The draft goes.
Let me ask you this question. You have to convince Giannis is going to win a second championship right now. How do you do that?
See, that is a hard question.
It's the only question that matters.
You can do that.
Well, and that's the thing.
I don't know if you can do that until the draft. I don't know if you can do that until the draft.
But even getting a guy in the draft is going to move the needle. I totally agree. But with how stacked this draft class is and free agent questions that you guys were just talking about, it's like, that's something that could be intriguing for Giannis. I don't know if exactly that is what Giannis thinks.
Soren, I hate to do this to you, but delusional again. The quote from Giannis on Thanalis' show, he talked about how he wants to win a second championship. He's talking to his brother that is as connected as anyone he is in life. And he is letting you know his ambitions. And so everything you do with the Milwaukee Bucks should be under the lens of if Giannis can win a second championship.
And you just don't have enough to get it. Like
I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to tell you the truth.
And I'm going to tell you this about rookies. There's very rarely are there rookies that are going to come in and be an instant impact and be a championship top guy. Those guys
takes years.
Those guys just don't come in. And so
think about how long it takes so many people to win their first championship, even when they're superstars.
Or how about this? Think about a kid fresh out of college at your job, right? He comes from a really good he comes from Harvard. He comes from an Ivy League or even UW-Madison.
Yeah.
And even he or she who comes into your office day one, if you're the one who got to work with him, like, all right, well, I got this young kid I'm working with, but you got to drag them along. You got to wait for them to develop. Giannis is not in the moment right now where he has time to wait for people to develop. He can't waste the age of 32 and the age of 33 seasons whatsoever.
We're going to do the Wheel of Bango. Strofe and Bango are going to do the tango on the way back in KBN on the break screen. They're going to dance together, and we're going to catch up on all the latest since we've spent just about every second on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then we're going to get to Brian Balaga. All next to wrap up Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
But I got a bone to pick with Strofe next. More
bone
questions?
to pick? I have a question, yeah. How are babies made?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey there. Southbound 43, we've got some backups from Burleigh pretty much all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. After that, you're good to go into the Mitchell. Westbound on 94, backing up from before 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, we've got backups from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. Still seeing some delays on the bypass. Basically, a little bit right past National Avenue to Oklahoma, and then more from Beloit Road down and around the Hale all the way to 76th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Imagine working with a contractor that quits halfway through a project or never calls you back when you have questions. Or worse, takes your money and you never see them again. Unfortunately, we hear about them all the time. Hi, this is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and Siding Unlimited is absolutely not that company. Siding Unlimited has been doing business for 32 years, proving to be an honest, ethical, and forthright company. If you're looking for the honest guys for your next siding, windows, roofing, and doors project, stop by sidingunlimited.com today.
Many wins. Many wins. Waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, you could break the bank and get down with a share of $300,000 in prizes. Bust out your rewards card and play to earn entries. It all goes down with Thursday drawings. Break the bank. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Hey, this is Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Racine Danish Kringles has you covered with their heart-shaped Kringle. You know my family loves Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles, and sometimes they share it with me. Racine Danish Kringles offers a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk cherry, and pecan flavors to send to your loved one. Order at Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
If you're into muskie fishing, the Muskie Expo is the place to be this coming weekend, the 13th through the 15th, where you'll find an excellent assortment of everything muskies, held at the Washington County Fair Park. Find out more at muskieexpo.com.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin.
Call them today for a free in-home estimate at 414-410-2000, or you can visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com. I'm telling y'all, it is hassle-free. You don't have to stress about anything. They're not going to press you to buy. They're just going to show you the great products that they have, and they're going to allow you to make the best decision for you. And guess what? When you make that decision, right now, you buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no limit. You'll get 0% interest financing for 3 years. You'll also get $500 off your next project. Comfort, savings, and a home you'll fall in love with all over again. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Time now for the best segment of the show. Not Wheel of Strofe.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe.
Not very best friend-like to say something like that.
I'm just motivating you to be great. Some people have different ways of doing it. I think you can take hard coaching.
What motivates me to be great is my best friend Ben Brust.
Yeah, and I think
not letting him down.
Well, then don't let me down.
Right, but you don't need to say things like that. That's not very best friend.
And this is why you're soft, and I can't play pickleball with you.
You can't play pickleball with me, not because I'm soft, because you are a crazy person and
too competitive.
But the good news is I've ordered some capes that are on the way.
Oh, my God.
For us to wear when we become and transform into the Pickle Boys.
Capes?
Yeah, they're green, like pickles.
That's kind of cool.
Pickle. Oh, my God.
What? What happened?
Well, I just received a message on our internal chat system. It's from Kyle Wallace to me and our director of marketing.
Well, I always forget to ask after the show, and I said, well, this is the perfect time.
Hey, so the new wheel we got sucks.
You said that?
That's on me. I want to return it and get a different one. Would it be asking too much for a code?
A return code. Look what she just said. That's my girl.
Do I have to disassemble this? I put sticky things on the bottom.
Bro, it's terrible.
I'll buy one. Just tell me what to buy.
We'll replace it with the other one.
It's a horrible wheel.
It's horrible.
It ruined the segment.
Yeah, it's bad, and that's why I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it.
We cannot continue on like this.
Jackie Johnson, the czar, whatever she was, amazing. Amazing.
Oh, it's Jackie.
Yeah, she said she'll give me the QR code and everything. I got it.
Karen Kyle will take
I have
care
a
of
question.
us.
Are you guys familiar with transitive property?
Yes.
I've heard of it.
Brad, define transitive property.
Well, mathematically, it's A equals
You're such
B.
a loser. Nerd man.
If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C.
So, A equals C means the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Chris Middleton.
Yes.
Yes.
That's got to be the worst trade in the history of trades.
Yeah, that's why Nico's job.
No disrespect, but
No,
well, no disrespect to Chris Middleton.
Oh, I thought you were going to Nico.
Total disrespect to Nico. He's fine.
I don't even think Chris would take disrespect to that.
Yeah, it's
He'd be like, "Yeah, man, what are they doing?
Yeah, this is crazy,
man.
How'd I end up here?
Yeah, that's
I'm in Dallas now.
That's wild.
Without a Kyrie, without a Luka,
AD.
I'm
traded
or
away
no,
too?
Kyrie is.
He's ACL. He's out all year.
That's what I'm saying. He's out.
They played 25 minutes together, AD and Kyrie.
Yeah, for the injury.
What a run!
That team was in the NBA Finals a couple years ago.
Jason Kidd was coaching in the NBA Finals.
Yes,
That's right.
it was Luka and Kyrie in the NBA Finals versus the Celtics, I believe. And look at them.
Can I hijack Will Stroh?
Flag.
Mike on the Carbless Talking text line. I always appreciate any opinions and fire away. YouTube, Carbless Talking text line. Ben Bruss is something else, and it's not something good. I don't like when he screams at callers. Oh, poor Dirty D. And doesn't let them finish their thoughts. She didn't have thoughts. He asked, can you guarantee him a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks? Well, it isn't guaranteed he'll win a championship with another team either. There are no guarantees. Get the hell out of here. Like, what do you say? You're saying absolutely nothing. The Bucks are in 10th place right now, Mike. You think he's going to win a championship when they waive Dame Lillard, have no money to spend, have no assets to trade? Again, if you want Giannis, you have to give him a reason to be here. I don't want to be this guy, but winning the short-term battle of him being a Milwaukee Buck at the end of the deadline doesn't mean he's going to be a Milwaukee Buck. I want him to win a championship in Milwaukee again, but they've leveraged asset after asset after asset after asset, and it's not going to be here anymore. That's just the harsh reality.
Hey, Mike. I apologize for my circle of friend and co-host. That is not reflective of the rest of KBN and how we feel about you.
So am I supposed to take this wheel apart?
Yes. Is it the box it came in?
Disassemble it, please.
Yeah, it's got to...
Deassemble.
Didn't you bring your own screwdriver, too, when you put it together? Do you still have it here?
I feel like Amazon will take it that way. I don't know, but I'm taking it back.
They're getting a little bit more stingy with their returns.
I'm be honest. I couldn't live another day with that wheel. Every time he spins it,
could you find a clip from the Wheel of Strofe in the past so we could just hear the sound of the wheel?
I know.
Yeah, I saw the wheel.
The pacing
the wheel
of it.
that we originally had was $24, and I was trying to save Good Karma Brands money. Bad on me. If it ain't, well, it was broke.
I can't take it apart.
Yes, you can. Stop acting like that.
Look, it's not coming off.
Bro, like,
just Kyle, just do it. He's helpless. I know, we know.
I put it together.
Yeah.
And you didn't do a great job for
you
the
got to
record.
hold the other end of it as you twist.
It's a good wheel. What's wrong with the wheel?
That's a better spin. It doesn't click.
It doesn't sound good. This is an audio platform.
Yeah, we're going to fix it.
If it makes no noise, it does no job for the audience.
Also, Strofe, why don't you ever do anything yourself? You knew that wheel was bad. Why didn't you talk to Jackie about that?
He thinks he can salvage everything. He's so positive that he thinks like he can make it work.
We do strengths here. My number one strength.
Restorative.
Yeah, problem solving.
Yeah.
How did that work?
It's obviously not a good number one strength.
What best friend talks to their best friend like Seriously.
Maybe Dirty D was right.
I'm in an abusive friendship.
Yeah.
You're choosing this. I don't even want you to be my friend. Brian Balaga next.
No, hold on. Don't say friend. We are best friends. Say you don't want me to be your best friend if we're going to say anything.
Brian Balaga joins us next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Babe Ruth was short, fat. Well, I don't know how short he was. He looked short in the video. He was fat. He was stubby. He looked fat. He tried it. He didn't have a sprint. Have you ever seen Babe Ruth sprint? I wonder how many steals he had. 0.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
There's no guarantee that Giannis can win a title somewhere else. What he is probably struggling with right now is it more likely to win another title here with the franchise I love, or go out and see what else is out there.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Two hearts are interlinked,
intertwined,
permanently connected like two links in a chain.
The perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment.
One of the hearts is silver white.
The other is silver pink.
And each of the hearts is inlaid with tiny little diamonds that glitter like stars on a clear winter night.
The interlinked hearts are hanging on to each other as they dangle on the end of a chain.
Another perfect symbol of having a life partner.
It's not only the perfect symbol of a lifetime commitment, it's an incredibly beautiful diamond pendant.
Just $238.
The Kissing Hearts diamond pendant is part of the Kissing Hearts collection at Kessler's.
Even though it's just $238, it's still one of the most expensive things in the collection.
I'm buying the two-tone Kissing Hearts cross.
The mother and child is spellbinding.
There's a Kissing Hearts ring.
Kissing Hearts earrings.
And 19 other Kissing Hearts pendants.
Happy Valentine's
Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previent Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
The Superb Owl Squares contest is back, and it's a total game changer. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy all weekend. Get your squares during the show, presented by Professional Construction, Inc. One lucky winner takes home a virtual interior design service valued at $500. Perfect if your space appears to be in a rebuilding year and not championship caliber. Call an audible and let the pros draw up the winning play. Learn more at ProfessionalConstructionInc.com. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy for Superb Owl Squares this week on 94.5 ESPN. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nordman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nordman for the Homer Hour with Brian is Brian Balaga, former Super Bowl champ for the Green Bay Packers. Brian, what's going on?
Not much. How we doing, guys?
Giannis is here to stay for now.
He is. But more importantly, with Brian, you've had some time to digest Goody's press conference. I think a lot of it was just a lot of words. He's not going to tell you exactly what his plans are. But is there anything that you learned that maybe we didn't from a different perspective?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, I watched the entire 40-something minutes of it. On replay, not live. And I'm going to be dead honest. Maybe I'm not as good as reading GMs and when they talk in their pressers as, maybe some of the beat writers that are around there every day, but I took absolutely nothing from it. I'm just going to be honest with you.
It's a fair takeaway, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a big... So it was a big nothing burger.
Here's the moment in which I was like, maybe you don't need to take much from it, is when they followed up on the question of finishing games. And Kyle, I think it was you that maybe said, he's probably up in the box thinking, I don't know. Matt's got to finish the games. I don't coach.
He said, I thought we were winning that game. I thought we were winning that game, and we didn't. What is he supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, honestly, for his sake, as a GM, I don't know what he's supposed to do to help finish games. That's not really, his job on game day. Is to finish game days. The roster, the teams out on the field, that was his job. He has a team fielded. That's his job. And after that, the rest is on the players and the coaches to finish those games. But, he was good with words. They're still on the roster, so I expect them to be on the team, things like that. I mean, that's As you would expect, a GM, or at least Goody, he's a smart guy, so he has a good way with words and not giving away anything that they're going to do. I think we all know what's going to happen, but from a player, releasing and keeping standpoint, or at least for some of these guys, not for all of them. But for the most part, I think the biggest thing, and probably I saw a lot of people up in arms about, was the special teams. Said that we've gotten better at special teams. Not too sure what to think about that. The one thing I did also take away from it was that there's going to be competition in camp for kicking. Now, normally, obviously, Brad, maybe you could talk about this a little bit more than I do. Obviously, there was normally always a kicker to take reps off Mason. That was normally, but there was never any threat of Mason being challenged for his position. I mean, there just wasn't. This seems a little different based on how that game ended. I mean, how do you look at that? That's, I don't know that group as well, and when they bring in other guys, but how do you look at that? Because to me, that was one thing that stood out, that there's going to be competition, but it's not because of the last game. It's just because, that's what we always do.
Yeah, they gave McManus an extension, and it felt like it was earned when he got it, but I think that trust was shaken a little bit, and you're exactly right, Brian. There's a camp leg, which is just a guy to come in and make sure that you don't overkick throughout preseason games and all of fall camp, and then there's actual competition, and I heard the same thing. When I heard competition, and to have that be brought up in this press conference, because you're still a ways away from that, you probably didn't have to touch on that if you didn't want to. It leads me to believe that they're going to probably bring somebody in, somebody young, probably, probably a guy like Lucas Haversick, right? Who's maybe who's been trending around the league. He's played a couple of games, but he's going to be really cheap. So if you do go with him, you're not really hit that badly for McManus's contract. So that is interesting, because I'm agreeing with you, Brian. Special teams, that the kicker position is right there. That's something that's been an issue for a really long time, and it just feels like they've never quite figured out how to get it right. Did you feel like, Brian, when you were playing for the Packers, there was a dedicated emphasis from both the coaching staff and from the front office to get the right guys in there on special teams? Because the way I view it is, some teams, they really prioritize it with roster construction and practice, and other teams don't do it as much. How did you feel like it when you were playing for the Packers?
Yeah, I felt like we talked about it a lot, right? Like, it was something that was talked about a lot in meetings, and how special teams is very important, which we all know there's phases of the game that, kicking is points. That's ultimately how you win football games, is points. So, the field goal unit was always such a high priority, I felt like. The protection unit, the kicker, obviously Mason was the kicker, and who was holding for Mason and snapping. That was always, I felt like, a really high priority. But then I just felt like, the other three phases of it, punt return, and kick return, and I guess kickoff too, you could say that. It just didn't feel like it was as big of a deal as field goal team. Field goal team, we spent a bunch of time on that, and I get there in meetings for special teams. They have obviously dedicated special teams meetings. I understand that, but I just always felt that the field goal team was such a high priority, because it was points. It could win you a game. It could lose you a game. And I understand there's other phases of special teams that can lose you games, but there's nothing more direct than losing a game than missing a kick, or getting a kick blocked, or you as a defense blocking a kick, or something like that. So I always felt like that was the biggest portion of special teams that we as a team emphasize. Obviously, because I was part of that blocking unit, but there was a big deal for special teams, for field goal. That's how you cash in, right? You cash in with that unit in particular. And obviously, we even saw this year kicks getting blocked. That just doesn't happen that often, and it happened too often this year. Obviously, then they made some changes and they cleaned it up, which needed to happen.
Still caused them to lose in the playoffs, which is unfortunate. Now, Brian, earlier you said we all know that what's going to happen this offseason. What do you believe is going to happen with it comes to personnel on this team this offseason?
Yeah, I think Hobbs probably will be a guy that gets released, if I had to take a guess. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I could always be proven wrong there when it doesn't happen. I think Elton probably won't be brought back with that high of a cap number. And then I think the big question for me is Aaron Banks, right? And kind of what happens with that contract. And if that gets adjusted, then obviously Rashawn Gary as well. Another huge question mark.
Those are 4 pieces to the puzzle of money and players you need to replace if you move on that are part of the starting units, or I guess Nate Hobbs was supposed to be. Brian, we appreciate the time. Look forward to hearing you.